Sup?
It's you, Huber!
Sup?
Live!
Coming to you live!
Looking better than the community showcase has ever looked. Hey, everybody. Make sure
I was almost late. There was a linen truck shut down. A linen truck shut down in the middle of the road on Venice Boulevard. Long street. And this other linen truck was next to it, also blocking a lane. And
Two linen trucks?
They were doing a transfer from one to the other. Yeah.
It's like Lethal Weapon scene, right?
Yeah.
It's like Riggs and Murtaugh just like come around the corner.
It's nuts.
So Huber almost didn't make it. He had to drive through. You had to just like Gibson. You had to like get out of the car and run.
Yeah.
With the
Gary
with the
Busey
Uzi down the street
okay.
in the rain
Yeah.
at Christmas. But he's here. This is the community showcase for June. We're changing up the naming convention because Daniel Bloodworth told me, and rightfully so, that it is confusing because we would say, like, if we were to do it the way we did before, technically we would say this is the May community showcase. Mm-hmm. Meaning we're taking questions and comments from people, their experiences through the month of May, and then going into June. But I think as the comments went along, and now as the showcase is going along, they're never really month specific. Like, yeah, people are going to talk about E3 because it's like, days away, hours away. But we are in June. Technically, this is June. So the showcase for May 2018 never happened.
Okay.
And so we don't speak of it.
All right.
If you go back to the archive, there's a gap.
Okay.
We are starting in June. We are starting fresh.
When they look back at Easy Allies 300 years from now, they'll be like, we're missing time here.
And the camera changes and everything. They're like, something happened in May.
Yeah.
Stuff went down. May was a crazy month. Kicking it off with Alexander Zirianov. Since Huber is here, this comment will be loud and chaotic.
Okay.
I don't know when. He starts with March. I don't know when March was. Maybe like years ago? I don't know. We're flashing through time here. March. I've started my second playthrough of Persona 5. Ooh, we can do this.
Whoa.
April. I went to pick up my copy of God of War, so this year. I've never spent more than 5 minutes in the gaming store, and even on Black Friday, there were at most 2 people in line before me. On April 20th, I waited in line for 35 minutes, wishing I paid an extra $7 for the digital version. February, we're bouncing around. Instead of playing video games, I've watched the Olympic Games. I always record sports events and watch them later at increased speed up to 8 times. So watching all 102 medal events and all 128 curling matches wasn't a problem. Curling at triple eight, at 8 times speed is awesome. I even had to keep watching all the Easy A shows up to 1.63 times, and some Easy A streams up to 2 times. Dude, I watched the Busted Trifecta episode 2 at 2 times speed. Recommended.
Okay. I'll give it a watch.
It's really great. Not to say that Don doesn't have a beautiful editing style, but like, I think I was watching something else, and then it just recommended Trifecta, and I was like, oh, I haven't seen it yet. And so I booted it, and then to realize until after, I'm like, that was really great, actually. Like, that was snappy.
Awesome.
April. Following Huber's advice, watched Vikings at normal speed. This show resurrects characters after confirmed kills and reunites them after betrayal so many times that there's no reason to care about any of it. Rage quit after season 3. Start pissing off Huber immediately. And we're not even halfway through the post.
Resurrecting people? That doesn't happen?
After confirmed kills.
That happens like once.
Well, a confirmed kill then. March, followed Ian's advice and played Gorogoa. Great and unique game. Check it out. January, after finishing Assassin's Creed Origins, I've showed my parents several locations I liked. I've done this, actually. I've gone back. I remember L.A. Noire was a big one.
I was just going to say that, Jones.
L.A. Noire?
I played the remaster recently. I did the exact same thing.
Just to take the folks through.
Yep.
It's like a video game. Look where we're at. I know they don't play video games, but they were interested in seeing some Greek and Egyptian architecture and ancient lifestyle. I love Assassin's Creed for such learning opportunities. March, played Epilogue of Life is Strange Before the Storm.
Weep?
Dude, I'm sorry, but buckle up, dude.
No.
Nothing special, which is good for a DLC. Also played episode 5 of Batman the Enemy Within. I'm not a Batman fan, but I love it.
Dude, that Life is Strange prequel, the final episode, made me weep. It's weeping!
I'm sure I would.
Oh.
I'm sure I would. I'd just lose it. April, still playing Persona 5. January, we're bouncing, decided to try Bayonetta. Some parts are cool, but there's no right difficulty for me, and the story has way too many consecutive endings. Not regretting spending $6 on Steam, because it saved me from likely wasting $55 on Bayonetta 2. Cut your prices, Nintendo. Harsh. We're starting off harsh.
So
March,
intense.
since it was free with PlayStation Plus, I played Ratchet and Clank. Never played this series before, and guess what, Huber? Any guesses?
He didn't like it.
I like it.
Okay. Okay. All right. There it is.
April 100%ed God of War. Forgot the
Nice.
story and characters the moment I stopped playing. Ouch. But was mindless fun. This mindless fun. This game is very good. Harsh. I only wish I waited for a sale, just like I'm waiting for a discount on Far Cry 5. That is a good call. Far Cry 5 is a game you can wait on. God of War is not. March decided to 100% Horizon Zero Dawn. This is back. This is March, the month before. Thought only some text logs were left behind, but found out that I missed 2 side quests.
Ooh.
Then I played New Game Plus, my 3rd full playthrough on hardest difficulty, without fast traveling and shopping for the sake of an Outcast RP.
Nice.
May, I finally platinumed Persona 5. Even when you know the story and read the guide while playing, the game still captures your heart and inspires you to change your life for the better.
Redemption.
There you go.
Redemption. Oh, yeah.
June, prepared my PC to record YouTube and Twitch streams. E3 hype starts this Saturday. May, finished my first playthrough of Detroit Become Human. Goaty.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
So we're all over the place.
Redemption.
We're all over the calendar. We're all over Huber's brain.
I love it.
Oh boy. All right. Thank you. I think Alexander knows how we feel about all those things. Brogan Troll. I've been playing through my backlog. Just wanted to say that if you have PSVR, Nog is fantastic. I didn't know Nog was. Do you know Nog? Can you picture?
Yeah, the weird head, the head,
the
and
doohickey game.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was in VR. Rec Room Laser Tag is honestly more fun than real laser tag. Do it! Gorgo is the perfect long plane ride game. Some crazy creativeness and worth the buy for its uniqueness. Also, finally finished Wolfenstein 2 by lowering the difficulty to normal because my enjoyment wasn't matching my effort I was putting in. I almost very rarely go above normal.
Dude, Wolfenstein
Especially
2,
for a first playthrough.
Wolfenstein 2 is easily one of the hardest games I've played in the last couple of years. Wolfenstein 2 is a difficult game.
My God, the writing of that game is fantastic. Some truly hilarious scenes. I think Wolfenstein 2 and God of War are both perfect examples of how to do humor in video games. Can't wait for the Huber hype and E3 coverage. Brogan Troll. Thank you, Brogan.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't finish Wolfenstein 2 mostly just because the stress. It's a stressful game.
Stressful game. Not only stressful playing it, stressful with the story. So like the gameplay
just
and the
never-
story,
yeah.
it's so heavy.
Anytime this pregnant wife comes on,
Yeah.
like, ah!
Yeah.
Get out of here!
Yeah.
Go back to the base!
Yeah. It's like bullets flying by. She's pregnant. It's like, oh my god.
Mikhail Herval Nemo. Shadows Die Twice.
2 times.
Resident Evil 2 Remake.
2.
The Last of Us Part 2.
2.
That's
Deuce
it.
is wild.
That's it. But specifically, please shake Huber for me.
Yes.
So there you go. Boop. Shut up, phone. Oh, our security camera spotted someone.
Intruder?
Yeah, it's us.
Oh, okay.
You can see. On the cam. Hold on, let me do a little sloopy do. Get a little more Hubie in the frame. You're the guest of honor, after all. People always see me talking about stuff. Benny Samuelson. I feel like this E3 is going to be a good one. Hopefully all the big companies have learned from previous years and put on an exciting show. They never really learn, but they experiment.
Yeah.
That's like it's kind of like us every week with this tech stuff. Like we just finished the podcast and we're still not sure if we want to keep to lavalier mics versus table mics. Lavs just look a lot better and it's really nice. Like, oh, it's like this.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there you are. We don't have like a thing blocking us. But they just don't sound great.
Jones, I hate to throw some shade. Did you see the Battlefield 5 reveal event?
Oh yeah, bro. Dude,
No, they didn't learn.
I watched you
Yeah.
watch the Battlefield
Okay.
5 reveal event. I didn't see it live, but I watched the archive. I
Okay.
experienced it through you.
Okay.
And it was great because you
Rough.
turned off your camera for a long time. So Chad was like, turn the camera back on, turn the camera back on.
Yeah.
And you finally turn it on and you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna buy it. I love you kept repeating that, and then I was painting. Actually, I was painting this wall back here, and I was listening to you talk about Battlefield 5, and I just thought you were finally like, I'm disappointed. I'll say it.
I'll say it. It's a bad reveal.
But I mean, that's the thing about this business is you can have a bad reveal for an amazing game.
Exactly. Exactly.
Battlefield 5 could be the best Battlefield ever.
Yeah.
And then it's still a bad reveal. There's been a lot of announcements as we close in on the press conferences, so that can mean only one thing. There's even better games in store for the real thing. I like that optimism.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to see more story-focused, short games like Firewatch and action-adventure rivals giving Tomb Raider a Firewatch is making in the Valley of Gods. Oh, he's mentioning it right here. I'd love nothing more than an intense, meaningful journey without filler that I can finish in a day or a week, being completely immersed and only feel good about what I played. Looking way forward to In the Valley of Gods, and I'm hoping for even more surprises in these overlooked genres that usually have a couple of entries per year, if any. So, wow me with your worlds, stories, and adventures, and I'll be the first one to join the quest.
Try Virginia. Underrated one.
Ooh, yeah.
Short.
Kentucky Route Zero, is that the...
Kentucky Route Zero?
I always wanted to check that out. That was visually very interesting.
Try those.
Inside reminds me of the same kind of thing. I mean, like, different style of game, like not... yeah, Victoria's like the editing is weird, right?
Virginia, yeah.
Yeah, where he keeps jumping you ahead of time just to, like, make the story move at a good clip.
It's solid. It's not great.
I'm going to forget it even before the stream is done. How do I remember... I got to remember
Virginia?
that. Yeah.
I'll remind you.
At 2:30 in the morning, I'll get the Slack message from Heber. Bearded Scotsman 86, formerly known as Corn Fan.
Corn Fan.
Hey, Brandon and Huber. This has been a busy month for me. I bought a new house and sold my flat apartment. Yes.
Nice.
House. Excellent. Well
Dude.
done. As I write this, I'm about to get ready and go and see my new house for the first time.
Nice.
Terrifying, actually, your house. My wife did the viewing of it, and I just saw pictures and videos of how it looked. Trust.
Yeah, I trust. No doubt.
You trust your wife?
I would trust it. Yeah.
What's that from? You trust your wife?
I don't know. Like Point Break or something.
He grabs the guy that tells him this and takes him to the edge of a roof and threatens to throw him off the building.
I have no idea.
Trust your wife? Shawshank Redemption.
Oh.
Clancy Brown.
Clancy Brown.
Kills
it in Detroit.
Yeah, I know.
Oh
I didn't know Lance Henriksen was in Detroit, which changes things.
Oh, they're amazing.
New information has come to light.
Yeah.
Okay, I did not know Lance Henriksen was in this game. For some reason, Lance Henriksen and David Cage, that just makes sense.
It does.
Maybe it's because he kind of is like has a Willem Dafoe air about him. That might be it. Going to be in the countryside now rather than the city, so much more peaceful. That's awesome. I love that. Through May, I've watched all EZA past E3 conference viewings. One of my favorite parts was 2016 Bethesda pre-show when Huber made a wild guess that they would bring back Rage, and no one expected it to happen. Just a few years too early on that prediction. Can't wait for E3 with a lot more Brandon this time. Love and respect, Bearded Scotsman 86. Thank you for saying you're looking forward to seeing me. I'm looking forward to being here. I missed a lot of press conferences. I'm doing the exact opposite of what I did last year. I went to lots of parties and stuff like that. No parties, nothing. I'm going to some of the press conferences just because, like EA, I'm going to be gone for, which sucks because it's when they kick off. But they're just going to have some. I'm going to be able to play some stuff there.
The EA.
It's just nice to just go get the games out of the way and then come back and hopefully get some sleep. Sebastian Hall. Hi, Brandon and Huber. I am not sure why, but I have a hard time. Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Hot takes. Here we go.
I have a hard time feeling the E3 hype this year.
Okay.
And I think it happens.
Yeah.
I think we all sometimes... It's like Christmas, you know? You ever have that where some Christmas is just... It's like December 20th and you're like...
Don't really need anything
I'm not there. Yeah, I'm happy to see the families, but I just, I don't really need anything. Previous years, I've started to plan weeks before with my workload, what I'm going to snack on, how I'm going to sleep based in UK, etc. This year, however, I just feel deflated. I've looked into when the conferences are being held, but that's pretty much it. Maybe it's because I've been incredibly busy at work lately and haven't had time to finish as many games as I would have liked. Maybe it's because there's so few games I'm looking forward to. E3 has always been like an extra Christmas for me, and I want to feel the hype. You've got the hype master there, so Huber, help me get into the ultimate hype mode. Any tips on what I could or what I should look up to, or what I should look up? Love and respect, Sebastian, aka Lotiaz. Well, I'm in an interesting position because my brain is full on Spider-Man Red Dead Redemption 2 mode. Like that's all I'm thinking about. Yeah. So like anything that happens is great. Like Star Fox Racing game, just let's do it. You know, I'm ready for E3 to just wash over me. Like like you even saying Redemption 2 is gonna be at Sony. Like I don't need it to be. I'll be excited. I'm gonna hush that room real quick. Wait, hold on, it's a horse. Quiet. But I don't. Yeah, but I'm not. I'll tell you what, and you weren't here for Sony during the podcast on Tuesday night. I started freaking out, man. Like, we were going through what could possibly be there. And I know you've been saying Red Dead forever.
Yeah.
You were like, dude, Red Dead's going to be at Sony.
It's going to be there.
Almost instantaneously, I believed it. Just like Kyle brought it up, and I was like, I don't know why. But sitting here in this chair, yes. I've finally gotten there. I think it's going to happen.
Yes.
I will say, I'm curious what I don't know what you should look up, Sebastian, but I think the reason why I'm excited about this E3 is it feels like, and you can sense this a lot now because we just, right before we started here, actually right now while we were streaming this, Hitman 2 is being revealed on IGN. And you see a lot, I mean, Odyssey got spoiled, the next Assassin's Creed, like, there's a lot of games where we kind of saw something, but now we're waiting for the meat and potatoes. Yeah. Now we're waiting, it's like, okay, there's clearly going to be, like, Ghost of Tsushima, clearly going to be a demo. Like, Last of Us Part 2, clearly going to be a demo. Mm-hmm. So, like, lots of stuff teased. Avengers, gonna finally find out what the hell that is. Death Stranding. Finally, hopefully gonna see, like, a HUD and actually, like, somebody playing the game live. So I think there's, like, a lot of things where we're finally gonna see the thing it actually is. And so, to me, that's, like, a different type of hype. And maybe that's what you're deflated is because, like, some of these things, it's kind of like the wave creeping back, and so, like, everyone starts to get quiet for a second. You're like, wait, what's happening? And it's like, oh no, like the calm before the storm. I think this. I've already heard the lightning and the thunder, and I think the rain is just going to come down.
I love
it, juicy gameplay.
I love that.
That's my take.
For me, I mean, some years are obviously more hyped than others, and it all depends on what games you're looking forward to. So,
totally.
So between Resident Evil 2, The Last of Us Part 2, and Shenmue Remaster and 3, I can honestly tell you this is the most hyped I've ever been for E3. And I've been saying that every year because, if you watch my episode of Hubris Syndrome today, it shows. It's like, how many years have we been waiting now?
Right.
Like, oh, this is the year, Resident Evil 2, Shenmue 3. No, this is the year, Resident Evil 2. This finally feels like it has to be the year that those games are going to be shown. It just all depends, like, what stake you have in it.
Sure. I gauge how hyped you are in an episode of Hubris Syndrome by how close to the camera you are in the thumbnail.
Real close.
And you are really close in the last one.
Yeah. real close. It all depends on what games you're hyped for, and my next piece of advice is just dream for something. Dream for one game. And just hold on to that and believe in it. Because the way the industry has been going, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Any dreams can happen.
I feel got an interesting question on Cup of Jones about, like, reactions. Like, do you feel a pressure to react? Mm-hmm. And I said the first E3 I did a little bit. Like, when we sat down, I was like, oh, everybody's gonna be expecting Final Fantasy VII again. They're gonna be expecting Shenmue again. Yeah. And so, like, I hope they enjoyed our coverage. And then just, like, Resident Evil happens and, like, God of War happens. You're like, like these moments like just happen. I really feel I'm primed. I really feel I'm just kind of like neutral. Just like, let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm not. There's no.
It kind of relieves the stress by them announcing.
I'm not going into
stuff,
EA
right?
being like, better have Star Wars. I'm not going into Nintendo like, better have Animal Crossing. It's like, if they do, great. I'm getting two of the most anticipated games I've had in so many years coming up. Woohoo! Caesar Villa, hello allies. Last time Huber was there, Patreon ate my comment. So if you're reading this, yay, success! Congratulations on the wedding. Or he actually pronounced it the weeding, so I don't know if that's, I left the party early. I don't know if they did. Yeah. I know of the flood of feelings that appear when the event approaches, and you being Huber, I can only imagine that the feelings are multiplied times 10. We had two comments. Caesar actually gave us a choice, and I already made an executive decision. I'm sorry. Okay. One was about E3. The other one was about Resident Evil 4.
Ooh.
But we're days away. I just wanted to do E3.
Okay.
So I made the call.
Yeah.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Harvey Dent, Dark Knight.
Best quote.
I remember about a year ago, people were losing it because of an image of Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, and Peach holding guns next to a bunch of rabbits dressed as the same characters. I remember seeing countless Reddit posts saying how offensive, wrong, and horrible that game was. I tried to keep peace, reminding people that they actually hadn't seen anything from the game, just a still image that ended up being the cover for the game. And all I got were downvotes. Fast forward a few weeks, E3 starts, and Ubisoft Ubisoft presents the game. After seeing it in movement, the overall feeling went 180. Sure, there were people that still said it sucked, but in general, I saw many people saying something like, you know what? This looks pretty good. Another fast forward, now to a couple of weeks back, I enter Reddit like I do every morning, and I encounter a post that reads, Retro developing a Star Fox racing game, and now I lost it. Why? How? This idea looks so stupid. They have F-Zero, I'm not buying this. A couple of days went by, and Damiani made a Twitter post saying that this rumor game is his dream since he was a child. And while I'm writing my angry reply, I realized I'm now part of the problem. I'm the one bitching about a game I have seen less than 0. This time we don't even have that screenshot. This is just a rumor, and I'm losing it already. While I'm still not sold on the idea, I'll wait until the supposed game is revealed or debunked to make up my mind. I'm done bitching for now. I can't help but feel bad about myself for letting the anger and irrationality take the best of me. Curveball! I did not see that going that
Don't
way.
feel bad. We've all been there. Valve, Half-Life.
Yeah.
I bitch every day about it, you know?
But that's the absence of games, where this is like a new thing. Well, I bitched about Yoshi.
Yoshi,
yeah. Nothing wrong with Yoshi. I just was convinced Animal Crossing was going to happen, so I'm just taking it out on other games.
It's just, we get so invested, we're so passionate about games, and it is frustrating when a studio puts all their time and resources into something you care nothing about instead of something that is like from your childhood and something that you love.
Yeah.
It can be frustrating. So we've all been there. Just, you know, everyone, you get a free pass when you complain like once or twice here and there. Like,
Bloodworth was the hilarious thing was Bloodworth was so confident during the last podcast, and one thing that I said to him is I was like, if it's Star Fox Cross F-Zero, are you just gonna melt? And just no reaction like from Blood. He's like, oh, count on it. He's like, yeah,
the serious Blood.
he's like, oh yeah, he was confirmed. I was like, what? How are you telling me?
I'll lose my mind.
Like in a Damiani way, like I know. You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm talking to people. But that's one reason I think to get hyped. Also, just like. I've been playing so many games now that like do transformations and stuff like that. Like you're in vehicles that change depending on certain areas. There's lots of games that like you're racing upside down or you're doing the huge jumps and like on crazy tracks and stuff. And so I foresee a lot of that. I foresee messing around with gravity. I foresee going through certain rings and that changes. Like now you're in a tank. Now there's car combat just for this one section of the race. You know, and like. So yeah, I don't just see you like, oh, we're in the R-wing, doing a barrel roll, done with the race. Like it's gonna be nuts.
Yeah.
If it's a thing, it's actually happening. Brandon K. Gann, while this is being read, hopefully it will be 2 days from the first E3 conference. It is. It's EA though, but still. If not, it's after E3. Get ready to hear how wrong I was in my predictions. As I said last month, I compile 5 predictions per presentation. Due to word count, I'll only leave 1 for each. The following 7 selections I feel strongest about because of either confidence, the presentation was hard to think for, or I feel not many are considering what I came up with. Without further ado, Electronic Arts. Star Wars will almost be a no-show. But Respawn will have a major presence with their Star Wars title being revealed and the next Titanfall only spoken about but not shown. With how bad EA is perceived on their handling of Star Wars last year, in addition to 2018 being a Battlefield year plus how much investment Anthem has, I can't see Star Wars having any significant time sans Respawn. Yeah, of course. There's no new Star Wars titles.
Oh, other than Respawn, yeah. Respawn will show their game.
A little bit, yeah. But it's not going to. Battlefield will be the big game that everybody's playing, like Battlefront last year, where they had all the players. That'll be.
I think they're going to do both Anthem and Battlefield, and kind of have like just a huge swath of PC stations. It's like go play Battlefield, go play Anthem. I think they're going to go hard on both of those.
I don't think so.
No. All right.
I think so with Battlefield. I just think they really want to have.
The focus on that?
Yeah.
Because that'll be this year, and then Anthem is next year.
Right.
Yeah. Probably right.
Or they'll have like a Destiny-esque Anthem launch event or something, like a big thing people can go.
A beta.
Like they just did with Call of Duty.
A beta
of course.
shadow drop.
Oh, dude, they're going to have...
would be the smartest...
Or just announcement.
Hype
later
thing.
this summer.
This weekend. Do it.
Microsoft Below will return and to be dated to release in roughly 2 weeks' time. I'm going with Below because this is Microsoft. Because I heard at PAX East it was playable and appeared like a finished product. So I see a repeat of 2016 when Inside re-emerged with the new trailer announcing a June 29th release. Cool. We didn't talk about Below. We talked about Microsoft.
Yeah.
Bethesda. Quite simply, new IP. Bethesda was the hardest to think about since last year's presentation was quite predictable with Wolfenstein 2 and Evil Within 2, and most studios under Bethesda's umbrella have shipped games in the last 2 years. However, I have no idea who could be working on what, and Pete Hines said this will be Bethesda's longest show to date with the addition of Rage 2 and Fallout 76. Yeah, I think both those games also are going to have huge gameplay demos. Yeah. Much like Fallout 4, just like went on and on and on and on and on. They showed all this different stuff. Yeah. Square Enix, Life is Strange 2 will be officially unveiled. Since Square publishes Life is Strange and Don't Nod confirmed last year that they were working on a sequel, I feel as if the trailer is coming, announcing a holiday release for the first episode, if not at the beginning of 2019. Ubisoft, the annual new IP will open the show. Okay. Ubisoft was another difficult one to predict, as I feel all I came up with were easy picks. Granted, Ubisoft already confirmed The Division 2, The Crew 2, and Beyond Good and Evil 2, so there wasn't much to work with. Also, Assassin's Creed. And probably Splinter Cell. Sony, there will be almost 3 times as many third-party games as first-party, but equal time will be dedicated to both. With Sean Layden confirming Spider-Man Ghost, right? Just one Ghost. Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding, and The Last of Us Part 2 receiving deep dives.
Oh, yeah. It's funny you say Ghost of Tsushima because there's been so many leaks recently, Jones, and there was a Sony E3 press conference document that leaked, and there were just the typos. It was Ghosts of Tsushima. It was like, if you're gonna leak a fake document, spell check.
Also, those documents that get sent around have the weird code words. I've seen them; they're fun. We got you've seen them because it's one of the first things you and I really worked on together was that All Access.
Yeah.
Remember when you get these documents and it's like pumpkin? You're like, what's pumpkin?
Yeah.
And it's announced, oh, is that weird? Pumpkin. Where do they come up with pumpkin?
Code words.
Yeah.
Dude, Bloodworth dropping bombs.
Oh no.
Is it a Hitman Season 2? Sniper mission, Bloodworth? Bloodworth's talking about some shadow drop. Hitman shadow drop going down right now. Hitman 2 Silent Assassin remaster?
Oh, okay.
Or a Hitman 2 2018 mission? Hitman 2. Sniper Assassin is a pre-order bonus.
Okay.
And we got the code. Nice.
I hope it won't be a repeat of last year's PSX sit-down panel and more akin to Bethesda's 2015 show, lots of gameplay. Yeah, they're not doing that. There's no couches.
Will there be couches at E3, Brandon Jones?
I'd love if they blew up a couch. That'd be great. It'd be great if they did a Cirque du Soleil. So it starts and it's just Sean Layden on a couch. Hi everybody, well, and they're like, the couch unfurls and it's actually a bunch of people and they all are dancing. Nintendo, the newest Yoshi will be the Get It Soon game. Originally I was going to predict about Pokemon, but as of the 29th, I decided to go with my next confident pick. Anyway, this hasn't been talked about since last E3, so we should see it here. Get It Soon game. I guess launches soon after E3.
Mm-hmm.
All right, read PokeClyde's comments.
PokeClyde's.
Out there.
Huber, lend me your power. My E3 dream is Mischief Makers 2! Shake, shake.
What's Shake?
I don't know, but I'm into it. Mischief Makers, I played that back in the day. Mischief Makers 1. Was that N64? Mischief Makers?
I don't know.
I know I've played it. I just need to see one image of Mischief Makers.
All right, you search for that.
For the
Jonas
for the true power.
Hello, Brandon and Huber. I have nothing really gaming related this month other than E3 hype. And kudos on making your videos look even better with the new equipment. Looking forward to the E3 coverage. Other than that, I have a personal thing I want to share. This month, May in 2017, included the happiest day of my life. I got down on one knee, and my girlfriend became my soon-to-be wife.
Yes.
So my post this month, I want to dedicate to my lovely girl, Michelle. Also,
nice.
Much love and respect to you guys. See you all on the other side of E3. We have a couple people.
Congrats.
We, congratsing you on your wedding nuptials. But,
Thank you.
Ring bump.
Ring bump. Boom. Power of the rings.
Amanda refutes this. Amanda's like, I didn't say that. And I'm like, you said it. But when we were talking rings, I was like, hey, because we were talking about inscriptions, on the inside. She's like, what are you going to write? And we surprised each other with what we wrote on each other's, on each other's rings.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, on your design, can you just put a little green lantern just on the inside? Just the lantern, inscribed on the inside. She was like, no. Like, cause you won't even see it. He'll just be on the inside. Come on,
No.
just a little Green Lantern. No. And I bring that up now. She's like, I would have let you do that. I'm like,
That's
you
so
specifically said
funny.
no.
That's so good.
What's up, everybody? This is the Community Showcase. I didn't even say that beforehand. This is the Community Showcase. $10 and above patrons submit a ton of comments, which we're going to go through, but also some lovely art and photographs and one song from the Hashtagonist. The Hashtagonist wrote a song.
Dude.
Wrote a rap where someone else performed.
Yeah.
And, old news.
At our wedding, I wanted to play the Resident Evil save music during like some downtime, and she was like, "No, no."
The line! That's awesome!
Yeah.
Because that's marriage,
There
man.
is a line.
That's marriage.
Yeah.
Is both of you, you need that person to just be
He's
like,
not that one.
it's too much.
Yeah, this is too much.
It's too much. So whenever Amanda does something, I'm like, it's too much, Amanda. I remember all the time she does that to me, and I go, okay. It balances out. Congratulations, Jonas. Jack Price. Hey, Brandon and Huber. The time has come. E3 is right around the corner, and I can't wait to spend it chilling with you and all the other allies with your fabulous new equipment. It's sure to be one hell of a show, and I've booked the week off work just so I can spend every day soaking in the reveals, reactions, and hot takes with you wonderful gentlemen. I wish I could take work off at E3.
Oh, it
That sounds so nice.
1 year, that does sound amazing. Just kick back, call in sick, watch the allies get hyped. Just like, yeah.
It'd be dope one day, like when we get a studio, maybe to have like a live link with what, like one of us gets to take it off every year.
Yeah.
And you just do a live link of it. It's like, let's go to Hubert. Like, it's just
bathrobe.
He's gone. He's he's probably, I don't know. All I see is a couple bags of chips. We'll go back to him later. We'll see if Hubert's back there later. As we get to take easy living off, that'll be nice.
And just living it up.
Boom. Let's make this E3 with Easy Allies the best one yet. Let's do it. As for my own personal dreams for E3, I can't wait to see if we hear anything from Remedy Entertainment regarding their new project. I have consistently loved everything the studio has put out since Max Payne, so anything from then will for sure be a unique and polished experience. Something else I would kill for is for EA to announce anything in regards to the Dead Space series. It's one of my favorite horror franchises, and it deserves better than where it was left off with the third entry. I think you're speaking straight to Huber.
Yeah, absolutely, multiple times here. Dead Space, I'm nervous about it. I would like either a reboot, a reboot with a more horror focus, going back to its roots, or just a simple remaster.
Yeah.
I would take that. That'd be fine.
I'd play 1 and 2.
Because those are
like that.
Those games are so beautiful.
Yeah.
And we don't have a remaster of that. I think it would look just gorgeous. And Remedy. Oh yeah, it's coming. What is that gonna be?
I don't know.
What the hell is Remedy working
There's
on?
no way to predict, man.
There's no way.
They come out of left field every time.
Yeah.
The oppressive cold atmosphere of the Ishimura, the fantastic creature design of the necromorphs, and the focus on strategic dismemberment made it a truly visceral sci-fi horror experience that no other game has since catered to. Quote that. Even if it was just an announcement of a remake remaster, that would be enough for me, as it would show that they were still interested in it to some degree.
Yeah.
But by far, the biggest dream for me this E3 is the announcement of Doom 2.
Nice.
Doom is one of my favorite franchises of all time. Every mainline game in the series, yes, even Doom 3. I love Doom 3.
Love Doom 3.
I don't get the Doom 3
Straight
hate.
up survival horror.
I don't get the Doom 3
Doom
hate
3
at all.
rules.
Has ranged from great to genre defining, with 2016's Doom being no exception. I initially thought, like most people, that this game wasn't going to live up to the legacy of the series. Initial footage being sketchy, beta impressions being sour, all the hallmarks of a disappointing game were there. And yet when the game finally released and I got my hands on it, none of it mattered. What lay before me was one of the greatest first-person shooters released this decade, and a game that stands side by side with the original classics in every conceivable way. So when I heard rumblings of a sequel being announced at this year's E3, this in conjunction with Pete Hines' rather particularly worded interview with Dual Shockers, where he states that this is the Hell on Earth time for us with E3, Hell on Earth being Doom 2's official subtitle, my hype levels officially skyrocketed.
Oh yeah.
I didn't hear that from Hines.
Yep.
The moment I see
Hines
double-barreled
is the
shotgun
best.
being loaded with those delicious Mick Gordon riffs building in the background is the moment where I officially lose it. Tears will be shed and we shall rip and tear. Once again, thanks for everything you guys do, and here's to a fantastic E3. Cheers, Jack Price.
Yes. Well done. Getting me hyped.
I think those are... I mean, would he have the same predictions or excitement if you were not on this couch? I don't know.
He would.
That seems like a pretty Huber-serving
Doom
comment.
2. Shit.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna be honest, Huber. I'm sleepy. I think I got a little under 5 hours last night.
I'm really sleepy.
I'm trying to cut
man.
I'm trying to cut the promo, so I got clips from all over the web and all sorts of different formats and stuff like that. And Premiere, before my eyes, will lose video footage. It will crash and I'll restart it and it'll be like, these are audio files. And I'm like, they were video files 60 seconds ago. And so I wanted to get that promo done. I got the VO done. I got the music laid out, and I just can't. The footage is driving me crazy. So I finally just messaged Blood last night. And I'm like, it's 3 a.m. I gotta go to bed. And
big shout out to Jones for doing a shitload of shit right now.
We're all doing a shitload of shit. No.
Everybody, no. Daniel Bloodworth, 85 appointments.
The point is,
out of control.
The point is, I'm not tired anymore, man. I'm like, I got a shotgun of 5-hour energy before we did this. I didn't. And I'm losing my mind right now.
Oh, yeah. Talking about Doom 2 double barrel shotguns.
Woo!
Sunday.
That's the thing about E3. Like, you get to Thursday night and you're just like... like your brain... Like, I say the same thing every single year. My brain gets warm. I can feel warmth from inside the skull. Like, radiating out. Because it's too much. It's the information overload. It's too much. My brain's like, we gotta dump water. You have to forget one of these games. We gotta do it. It's too much.
And things happen so fast, your brain is still thinking about 3 announcements ago, and it's like, no, we're going.
Because when we're talking about Dead Space, I don't think about Dead Space that often, So it happens when somebody will bring up an old game on the podcast, and that's Thursday night where you'll be somebody will be like Ben Moore will just say Ghost of Tsushima. And it's like, oh God, remember that gameplay they showed? And it was 48 hours earlier, Kyle Lee. Ahoy, Jones and Huber. Ahoy!
Ahoy!
This past month has been kind of interesting when it comes to my gaming. Instead of jumping into something brand new, I took May to finish a couple of games I had already started.
Nice.
Impressive.
Always
I beat
good.
South Park, Fractured, but whole. Enjoyable, but ultimately a little shallow. So is South Park. And Saints Row 4 re-elected. I beat the original on 360 and find it to be the most satisfying podcast game around with those superpowers, so I jumped back in gladly. I'm close to 100%ing it.
Dang.
Dabbled in Korg Gadget, which I haven't touched at all. I gotta get that. That's just a game, right?
Korg Gadget?
That's the music
tournament. Yeah.
That's just a game. That's just a video game you buy for the Switch.
I called it a video game.
But it's in the store.
In the shop, yeah.
It's not some weird way that Ian hacked his Switch.
No.
That's just a game. Cool.
It's a game.
After being inspired by your stream, so fun, but I need more time to really learn how to use it. I believe we have a Korg Gadget creation to listen to later on. Nice. Continued my journey through Pokemon Sun, which has finally picked up and gotten interesting after 40 hours. With all of that out of the way, I wanted to spend most of my comment talking about E3. I love E3.
I love E3.
It's that one moment where there's endless there's endless potential. Anything could be announced. Dreams can come true. It's WrestleMania levels of hype and possibility. However, with copious amounts of leaks trickling out and companies just straight up announcing their games early, Pokemon Let's Go, Fallout 76, etc., Hitman 2, I'm a little nervous about this year's show. I'm very hopeful that there are some surprises in store for us, especially from Nintendo, but I'm worried that we already know everything we are going to see. I've long said that my dream E3 announcement is Legend of Dragoon. Whether it's a sequel, reboot, remake, or even just re-releasing the original on PS4, I don't care because I'll be happy. It was my JRPG of choice in the PS1 since I've never gotten into the Final Fantasy series, so I've been dying to have a chance to play around in that world again. So I'm putting it out into the universe so that maybe I can get a bit of that Huber luck on my side and bringing my dream to fruition. The next month for gaming is going to be spent pursuing the Platinum Trophy for Nier Automata. So right now, I'm just going to run to unlock Chapter Select. It's amazing how I still haven't gotten tired of that game. Pokemon Sun will continue to be on my agenda, and I'm hoping I'll wrap it up by the time we get to the next showcase. Anyways, love and respect, gentlemen. Congrats on the wedding, and may Reggie provide a hearty E3 for us all. Kyle Goldilocks Lee.
Nice.
Yeah, I never finished Dragoon. I don't remember that for PS1, though. The Saturn version. Whatever
Saturn.
Dragoon game came out on
Legend
Saturn.
of Dragoon.
I played, and that was one I played because we got it. That's an expensive game, actually, to pick up. But we got it back in the GT days because it was for a countdown. And I was like, I'll play 2 hours of this. And I played 2 hours. And I was like, I'm getting pretty good. And then just the Saturn was just sitting there in my office. And so every now and then I would put in 20 or 30 minutes here or there. But didn't finish it.
Panzer Dragoon is,
Panzer, there it is.
Yeah.
Stephen Beaumont. Hey, Brandon and Huber. This month has been amazing for me and gaming. Compared to last month, which was dedicated solely to The Witcher 3, I finished Psychonauts, my second favorite PS2 3D platformer after Sly 1. And sorry, Huber, I don't think Jak and Dax holds up anywhere near as those two games. I'm also in the sad camp that was underwhelmed last time I played Jak and Daxter, but I still love it.
Sure.
I also finished The Mummy Demastered. I wrote it off at first, but had a huge turnaround when you started negating knockback. Next was Cat Quest.
Yes.
Did you play Cat Quest?
Yes. Finished it.
Did you?
Great game.
I loved it.
So great. Love Cat Quest.
Yes.
It's so delightful.
I didn't think I'd have an ally
It's
to
so
share
fun.
Cat Quest with.
There was those visuals.
Dude, I got it for... Well, it's a fun style, too, because it's just... You just run around. It's just this big, wide open... You just run up to things, smash them, run over to other things, smash it. When you unlock flying in that game, it's really great.
Yeah.
The game's got good New Game Plus modes. I bought it for Amanda as a joke on Switch, and she came back from a trip after playing it. She's like, I think you would like this, actually. Cat Quest. One word, amazing. Such a charming and fun palate-cleansing game. After a few weeks with a limited budget, I finally got God of War. This game is amazing. I love God of War 2, and this game is some of the best parts of 2. Now with the main character I like and a partner who isn't an escort mission, Ashley RE4, or a hindrance to single player, Sheva RE5. I personally agree with the Metacritic score 94, as the map is unforgivably bad and the interactive loading screens were so... Whoa, are we talking about God of War? Yeah, I think we're still talking about God of War.
Love the map.
Oof, yeah.
Does not hold your
hand. The map
hand.
is unforgivably
The
bad.
map is so important.
And the interactive loading screens were so upsettingly dumb that I longed for a static loading screen, so I canoed everywhere until I was forced to use the fast travel. My one tip to people is stand still and look at your phone. Otherwise, amazing game. Definitely my new favorite over 2. The final game I finished was Jotun on Switch. What a great pairing with God of War. It actually gave me a bit of extra lore on the God of War characters. Really gorgeous game, and only one fight had me gritting my teeth. I am now playing West of Loathing, which I should know. I saw that in an email recently, and it's just escaping me right now. Play this game. It is so funny, and the narration is like an amazing funny DM. Don't skip it. I'm guessing that it is $10 USD. I'm replaying the start because I felt like I missed some things, and the narrator commented on me skipping through things. My gosh, good vibes. I'm also in the daily grind of Pokemon Quest, which I'm going to start after E3 when it comes out on phones. I haven't played a mobile game for a long time, so it's something that I can set on my tea break and watch some numbers go up. It's bad, but scratches that itch. There we go. That's a great... That's probably going to be my review. It's bad, but it scratches that itch. Sending all my love and hope for your E3 dreams. Hopefully, we see a lot more than a static image of Claire's bike. I've been watching Claire's bike. Is that a Resident Evil thing? Claire's got a bike?
Yeah,
What's she have a bike? Oh, the motorcycle. Okay. I've been watching speedruns of Metroid Prime recently to remember their story. She's got a little helmet. She goes running the RE2. Claire's bike. She never gets back to that bike, does she? She never rides a bike like any other time. And
no. Yeah, no.
All right.
Trying to think of Code Veronica, no?
I've been watching speedruns of Metroid Prime recently to remember their stories, and man, am I antsy for a Prime game, although 2 and 3 have some pretty slow loading doors compared to 1. Here's hoping for a seamless experience that doesn't upset me like the endless runner in God of War. Love you guys. E3's here. P.S. At Stage 6 in Bloodstained, very fun. Yeah, assuming Curse of the Moon.
Oh, yeah.
Did you like Curse of the Moon?
Don't skip.
Yeah. Curse of the Moon's very
Don't skip that game.
Very, very, very satisfying.
Perfect appetizer before E3.
Like,
Cue it up. Cue it up, allies.
Potentially better than Ritual of the Night, you know?
Yeah.
Like pound for pound, like enjoy, like when you take, that's the thing, like, I remember when I first played Portal and I was like, wow, I probably enjoyed that percentage-wise more than any game I've ever played. Because even like games, even like Red Dead Redemption or something, like, I'm gonna be bored. There's gonna be sometimes where I'm on a horse, just like, you know, just to get into the next town.
Yeah.
And there was like no moment of like Journey or Portal or Inside where I was like snooze. I was just gripped like the whole time. So it's like, wow, like 95% grip rate.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
Yeah, that's the thing about Curse of the Moon, where I was just like just wrapped the entire time. Man, it's one of the things I love about community comments or to showcase is people don't hold back. You know,
we
played this game, pretty cool. This part sucked. Anyway, you're like, whoa. That's what we're here for, the hot takes. Samuel Cardwell, Greetings, Jones, and congratulations on your nuptials, Huber.
Nice, thank you.
Hopefully Capcom gives you the perfect wedding present with a little RE2 remake at E3. This is my first showcase post. For these posts, I thought I'd do a little showcasing of my own and shine a light on some semi-forgotten games, which mean a lot to me for one reason or another. For my inaugural post, I want to showcase Robin Hood Legend of Sherwood, a real-time tactics game by German developer Spellbound Studios, released for the PC in 2002.
Whoa.
This game falls into that particular genre of Commandos likes. Isometric, character-based, hard-as-nail, real-time stealth games with rich, hand-drawn backgrounds. Huber has beaten the drum for the genre in the past. Last year's Commando stream was great fun, and you've given a couple of shout-outs to 2016's outstanding revival of the genre, Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun. Legend of Sherwood takes the basic features of the genre and transposes them to 12th century England. The first thing that stands out about this game is the richness of its setting. Robin's adventures take him to 5 English cities: Nottingham, York, Derby, Lincoln, and Leicester. Or Leicester probably. He also undertakes randomly generated missions in Sherwood Forest. I don't think any other game has done a better job at bringing the Middle Ages to life, and I say this as a medieval historian by profession. This vision of medieval England isn't muddy or brutish. It's rich, colorful, and gentle, full of blossoming spring trees, bustling marketplaces, and lively castle courtyards. It feels far truer to how medieval people represented their own reality than anything else I've played. Legend of Sherwood isn't just a medieval clone of Commandos. The absence of firearms means that if you make a dog's breakfast of being sneaky, you can always fight your way out. The game uses a unique sword fighting mechanic whereby you drag the mouse across the screen to draw your strokes.
Dude.
This can be rather chaotic, but it does lead to some Errol Flynn-esque daring-do. However, the game actively encourages non-violence by tying it to the game's base building mechanic. The fewer people you kill, the more merry men will come and join you at your Sherwood Forest hideout.
Dude!
These generic troops can not only be sent on missions, they can also be used to make items such as arrows. Although the story and voice acting isn't particularly amazing, it does give life and purpose to your adventures. The main characters are well-defined and charming: Wout, Will Stutley, gentle Little John, courtly Maid Marian, etc. The characters are complemented by gameplay. The jovial Friar Tuck can set down skins of ale to distract enemies. The brash and violent Will Scarlet just strangles them. The Legend of Sherwood is available on Steam, but you do need to find an unofficial patch to get it working on Windows 10. But if you like the genre, the settings, or the stories of Robin Hood, I highly recommend you give it a shot. That is a deep cut.
Yeah, that
16-year-old
sounds...
PC stealth tactics game.
That sounds fantastic. Saw some people looking it up and they said it looks good. Some people played it.
Nice.
I'm very intrigued by this game. Definitely going to give it a look.
What is it? Not Kentucky. What was the...
Kentucky Route Zero and Virginia.
Virginia. Legend.
A lot of people in chat didn't like Virginia. A lot of people don't like it.
Oh, okay. All right.
I liked it.
Well, a lot of people in our community don't like stuff as well.
Yeah.
As we're realizing. Eli, and Peters. Hey, Jones, hey, Hubert. After listening to Brandon read my comment last month, I found myself fixated on how strange my middle initial sounds when read out loud. So I guess I consider the N silent, but I always include it for a very particular reason. So instead of something relevant like E3 hype, or the intended topic of my history with game trailers, I'm going to self-indulgently use this month's comment to tell you my history with the name Nathan. Because sometimes you just gotta write what's in your head. There we go.
Let's do it.
Growing up, my favorite kind of bedtime stories were the real-life experiences of my parents, like the time a loose exhaust pipe led my mom to believe that her family was being chased by the muffler dragon, or the hot dogs my dad tried to cook that started in a pressure cooker and ended up on the ceiling. It was through this nightly ritual that I learned that my parents had originally planned to name me Nathan, but they kept running into people who knew a recently born Nathan. They concluded that the world just had too many Nathans. The last straw came when they found out that the doctor who actually delivered me had a 2-year-old son named, you guessed it, Nathan. After a quick emergency renaming session, I ended up as Eli Nathaniel Peters, leaving me the option to go by Nathan if I felt like it. But I never felt like it. Nothing against Nathan, I just like the name Eli. Despite growing up with this story and being well aware of the fact that Nathan was my creator's intent, it simply never occurred to me to think of myself as anything other than Eli. It wasn't until well into adulthood that I tried to look through my parents' eyes and started to regret that I hadn't been more sympathetic to their feelings. Even though they'd long moved past all this, I seriously considered apologizing to them for never wanting to be Nathan. Then, I had an epiphany. Sorry for this next sentence, Jones. I didn't think of myself as Eli, not Nathan, but as Eli almost Nathan. And the fact that I'd nearly had the same latter name that I nearly had the latter name was as much of a part of my self-identity as the fact that I did have the former. I'd been signing my name as Eli N. Peters for 2 decades. My online handle, Nile Alien, came from 2 variations of Eli N combined. I was definitely Eli, but Nathan was there for the ride. I recall my mother telling me that a book of baby names she read all those years ago defined Eli as "in God's honor." I don't know how well I've lived up to that tradition, but I will always include the N in my parents' honor. Thanks for reading this. I promise to actually mention a game next time. Matrimony Hype, Eli N. P.S. If this comment has too many words, blame wordcounter.net. Yeah, my contribution to that is I was BJ for a long time.
BJ.
When I grew up, I couldn't say Brandon correctly, and then when I would started to write, I couldn't write Brandon. I couldn't spell it correctly, and so my uncle started calling me BJ.
Yeah.
Brandon Jones, and that stuck until college. So I go to college, and I'm like, all right, I'm about to meet a ton of new people. I'll start over. So if I get back to BJ at some point, great. But I'll just go and introduce myself as Brandon to everybody, and then I got a job, at an animation company, started editing. That animation company became Game Trailers. So everybody I met through work, I introduced myself as Brandon also. So every now and then, I'll be back home at something, and I'll be to somebody, they're like, BJ, what's up? And I'm like, BJ. Whoa, that's right.
PJ Blazkowicz.
Yeah. Not PJ.
I
know how you feel. Just having that. Who am I?
My dad loves JFK, so he wanted to name my brother and I Jack and Bobby. So Jack and Bobby Kennedy.
Another one of those wife shutdowns.
Yeah, shut it down. Shut it down. My mom always wanted my friends to call me Michael.
Oh.
But everyone calls me Huber.
Yeah.
She's like, he's Michael.
You don't even get Mike.
Sometimes I get Mike, but mostly just Huber.
What's up, Mike?
Yeah, rarely get Mike. Yeah.
Kenny Cole. Hello, Jones and Huber. This is my very first comment on any Easy Allies content. After listening and watching hundreds upon hundreds of hours of podcasts, reviews, songs from Ian, and betting specials, I figured it was time to make the jump to the $10 tier and introduce myself. Even though this is the $10 tier, you can go check out patreon.com/easyallies, click on posts, click on showcase, and you can find the submissions for June. It is now public for everybody to go and enjoy. Read all these comments. Some of these are abridged a little bit to fit into the word count, so you can get all of the raw comments, along with all of the videos and songs and stuff like that we're going to get to. I was originally brought to GT through other creators such as Screw Attack and the Angry Video Game Nerd, and I've been a fan ever since. I think it's been about a decade now. There's so much I could go on about how appreciative I am of you all, and I'll probably get back to that in future months. But for now, I have to kick myself if I missed the opportunity to talk to Huber. Let's talk about hype.
Let's talk.
Huber!
Yo.
I want you to know that I'm generally a quiet and reserved person.
Okay.
That is until a conversation turns into a video game, movie, or TV show I am passionate about. Mm-hmm. At that moment, I break from my introverted shell and become a harbinger of hype.
Yes.
My friends know me as the friend who can just unabashedly unleash hype at any moment. And I feel like my ability to sustain sky-high enthusiasm has become a core staple of my personality.
Nice.
There's just so much I'm excited about. The Last of Us Part 2,
yes.
Kingdom Hearts 3,
yes.
any new Overwatch content,
yes.
Shenmue Remastered,
yes.
Mario Tennis Aces,
yes.
Spider-Man,
yes.
Super Smash Bros. Switch, and of course, freaking 3.
Yes.
Baby.
Yes.
And that's not to even mention the movies, sports, TV shows, and podcasts I'm hyped for. I'm kind of glad I'm not into sports that much. Because I'd have a heart attack.
Easy life without being into sports. Like, I'm a lifelong Dodgers fan. It's painful.
Well, I love the Dodgers.
It's painful.
I'll never not love them,
yeah.
but I just don't. It's hard to.
I watch every game.
Impossible. I never met. Do you really?
Every single Dodgers game. I tape every single
That's
game.
Awesome, man. That's great.
Because my wife.
I didn't know every
too.
game. I knew you were caught up, but I didn't. Because it's easy to just be caught up. It's easy to check the score at the end of the day. You're good.
Sometimes I'll put the game on to go to sleep, so I'll only catch the first half.
Great. I've never met anyone that matched, let alone surpassed my knack for hype. Me neither. I've yet to.
Knack.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
That is, of course, until I discovered Huber Hype. Not just the show, but also the idea of Huber Hype. Huber, you inspire me to keep the hype train rolling. There's no stopping it. It's generally so good to know that there's someone else who understands the power of unabashed hype. Thank you for that. With love, hype, and respect, Kenny Cole. P.S. Just in case I didn't say hype enough times, here it is a few more. Hype, 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 hype.
Kenny. Stay hyped.
Kenny. Zachary Walton. Hey, Jones and Huber. In my journey to play through my backlog of JRPGs on the PlayStation and PS2, I wanted to save one for when Huber was on. So, imagine a survival horror game with gorgeous pre-rendered environments that has you exploring a Victorian Gothic mansion.
Oh my god, yeah.
As you dive deeper into its depths, you discover the horrible atrocities that have taken place in the building over the years, from its origins as a monastery to its current mysterious purpose. As you might suspect, the building is haunted by all manners of spirits and monsters that are either trapped in the mansion or feed off the bad mojo throughout. As you make your way through the mansion, you are joined by an adventurer who has stumbled his way in, and a bishop sent by the Catholic Church to look for ancient documents that might just hide the secret to immortality. The owners of the mansion are having none of this, however, and are constantly sending all manner of nasties after you. This game is Koudelka.
Wait, this is an actual game?
Koudelka. 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 I'm guessing. A JRPG released by SNK for the PlayStation in 2000. An RPG.
A JRPG?
It's a survival horror game through and through by focusing on resource management, fixed camera angles, and a setting contained to a single building. It's very much a Resident Evil-like, but with ghosts and classic monsters instead of zombies and mutated beings. What makes Koudelka so unique is that it still has random battles as you're exploring the mansion.
Dude.
Upon triggering a battle, the game transitions to a battle screen where a traditional turn-based battle takes place that has the characters using a variety of weapons and spells to do combat with the monsters of the house. It's a wholly unique game that came out of the rampant experimentation happening within the JRPG genre during the PlayStation era. What makes Koudelka even better is that it tells a focused story over the course of a rather short 10 to 12 hours. It never gets too bogged down with any systems, rather focusing its narrative and its core survival horror-based exploration, focusing on. It's the perfect marriage of the two genres that only games like it and Parasite Eve ever attempted. Unfortunately, Koudelka is a rare game, and it's not available digitally anywhere.
Ooh.
I paid $100 for my copy at MagFest this past year, and it goes for about as much when you're shopping for it online. Still, if you can get a hold of it, I highly recommend it to any fans of JRPGs or survival horror. It's really something else. Love and respect,
Damn,
Zachary Walton.
that sounds...
I love those deep cuts, baby.
I would full play through that in a heartbeat. Yeah, it's $90. Here's a $35 one on eBay. Probably have to bid for it. eBay Japan. That sounds fantastic.
Also, what's the I'm thinking Gone Home, but Sweet Home. Did you ever play Sweet Home?
No.
Do you know what Sweet Home is?
Not off the top of my head. Wait, is that the original? The Resident Evil, like, old school? Yeah. Yeah, I never played it, though. Yeah. And yes, right?
Yeah, it was a movie, then a game?
Yeah.
It was a movie and then a game.
Yeah.
And
I've watched a whole playthrough.
But it looks like a horror version of Final Fantasy. And it's like top down, like. Yeah, so I'm curious to go to that.
Yeah.
Might be fun, easy living, a little Huber Sweet Home.
Oh, hell yeah.
Jason A. Sackle. Okay, Jason's going to say something you don't like.
Okay.
It's just happening. It's a tradition.
I'm so ready.
Oh, jeez. Okay, wait. Hold on. Oh, no. Yeah, you're not going to like this.
Oh, no.
Just to buckle up.
All right.
I couldn't care less about the God of War franchise. I played a little of the first one many years ago and it didn't grab me. Some angry dude just hacks and slashes. Okay, great, moving on.
So fair.
I fully intended to pass on this as well. When it came out and people wouldn't shut up about it, so I ordered it and, well, shit, I enjoyed it. The game did a solid job of being accessible to one who had no love for the franchise, and I never really cared about Norse mythology. The only thing about Norse mythology is from the Thor... is from the Thor movies, which actually helped and gave way to a few name drops every now and then. Hey, look at that! Watching the first two Thor movies weren't a complete waste of time anymore. I like the first Thor film, alright? Don't at me. I say, too, because Ragnarok is awesome. God of War definitely had some issues. The kid would get stuck running into the wall sometimes. Hell, I even got stuck in a wall and had to reset once. Dude, you know what sucks?
I called that out.
You know what sucks, man? A lot of people complain about Ellie in Last of Us, And I played Last of Us like 3 times in a row. Just did it, New Game Plus again.
Yeah.
And never really had any problems. Especially didn't have problems with her like being noticed by people, because sometimes Ellie will just run out and a guy will just walk right by her.
Totally.
Didn't really happen. Playing Last of Us Remastered right now, all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
For sure. You notice it now. Totally.
Just
when I replay Last of Us, I notice it more and more. Her kind of just like bumbling around. It's like, ugh.
So we were talking about that sorry to track this for Last of Us, but we were talking about it and what could they do in Last of Us 2 to like really shock people. You know what I would love, and I think it would be so subtle in a presentation, is if like Ellie or whoever, like your partner, is over hiding behind something and it's like, hey, found a bottle. Like
That'd
throws
be
it
cool.
to you.
That'd be
Or
cool.
just like ammo. And like gives you an item. And you're like, thank you.
I'd be into that.
Actually helping me. The kid would get stuck in running some walls sometimes. Also, there were a few times where the game would seemingly freeze, and then a big loading symbol would blink a few times and then resume. Yeah. Kind of took me out of it. There were some weird out of character moments that I won't go into detail about because spoilers. Nothing close to Horizon level bad though. Yeah, I liked it. Makes me want to play the older games and definitely has sold me on future installments. I also played One Piece Grand Cruise for PSVR. Oh, I got this PSVR game. $10 is way too steep for that tripe. One of my favorite things of VR was being able to listen and look around the environment at the same time to take it all in. Wasn't dubbed, so subtitles were flying at my face, because that's immersive. There's barely any substance to the game as well. I knew going in it wasn't going to be much, since originally it was a VR thing for the One Piece theme park inside Tokyo Tower, so I imagined that they would have to rotate people at a reasonable pace. Basically, you visit a room on the pirate ship to listen to a character for a few minutes, then either shoot at to fend off a Kraken or the Navy. That part could have been fun, but the controls are kind of shit. The crew is bantering the whole time too, so you can either focus on what you need to do, or try to read the subtitles flying at your face. If that sounds like a bad time, well, that's because it is. I just hope One Piece World Seeker is good. I doubt we'll see it at E3, but the recent trailer looks better than the first. It was nice seeing more environments, but something just seems off. Would also be nice to see something other than running around and fighting. Story, side quests, give me something. Anywho, fingers crossed. I am such a sucker for open worlds. The second I saw him just running on the edge of a rooftop, and whee, I'm
Sold.
Even like Attack on Titan, I'm like, ugh, I'm kind of itching to check it out. Very last minute, I was checking stuff this morning, and I saw this was posted 4 hours. This was posted at 6 in the morning. No, I was doing this around 9, so this was like, right after I went to bed. Warning, everybody. No guarantee that that'll get in there. Just a heads up. If you want to leave one for the next month's community comments, the night before, about whenever we say we're going to go live, about 12 hours is probably the cutoff. But Gareth Forthshot snuck it in. Hi, Brandon and Huber. Being a recent new patron, I had a tough time choosing what to talk about in my first community showcase submission. However, after seeing that Huber would be the guest, I decided that there wouldn't be a more suitable time to talk about a particular game. My most played game, and the game which I believed has had more of an impact on my development and growth as a human than any other. That game is, and I'm so glad that I just finally finished it, StarCraft 2. I've been playing StarCraft since it launched on July 27, 2010, when I was 12 years old. Or StarCraft 2. What? No, what? Yeah, StarCraft 2. I'm now 24, nearly 25. Since then, I finished high school, completed a degree in mechanical engineering, and now work in the dairy and oil and gas piping industry.
Nice. My uncle-in-law does piping.
Dairy and gas piping. I did not think
we're
that close. I imagine you need some piping if you run a dairy farm. And I've been playing StarCraft through all of it. While I do enjoy the various cooperative modes in StarCraft, the most important aspect of the game to me is that it is mainly 1v1. This means that all of your victories, but more importantly your losses, are all on you. I found that there is such a temptation in team-based games such as Dota 2 or Overwatch to blame your teammates or your losses for your losses rather than looking at your own faults. Due to this, StarCraft has taught me to reflect on myself, discover my own weaknesses, and work to improve them. That was true for me because I'm terrible at real-time strategy games, so everything with StarCraft 2 was like, alright, I can do this. I believe it has taught me the value in putting hard work to gain new skills, improve myself, and of the rewards you can get from sticking at something even when progress is slow. If you set yourself a goal and keep at it, you can get there eventually. Additionally, StarCraft is such a multifaceted game, balancing your economy, controlling your units, using the information that you gain from scouting your opponent, as well as so many more. Playing StarCraft and learning to manage all these aspects has taught me to keep a level head under pressure, and use the information I've gathered during a match to inform my decision-making process in what to do next and set priorities. I believe learning this has helped me to better work in my real-life job, to work better in my real-life job when I am sometimes working under time pressure. To keep under the word limit, finally, the skills you learn in the game and out of the game can be equally important to your improvement. When playing, you can improve on your hand-eye coordination skills and in-the-moment decision-making abilities. But between games, you can think about your strategies, calm yourself from a potentially aggravating loss, or study professional-level matches to better your own gameplay. StarCraft is the most all-encompassing game I have ever played. You can invest as little or as much as you want into it and still get something out of it. And I genuinely believe that playing it can make you a better person. Love and respect from New Zealand,
Heck yeah.
Gareth Forthshaw.
Thank you, Gareth.
The story, too. I think the campaign is
yeah.
also very, very inspiring.
And it's funny because
like, can't we all get along? You know, like
he's talking about one-on-one, and I usually play two-on-two with a buddy. That's my favorite way to engage with StarCraft online.
Yeah.
Teams of two, working with a friend, jolly cooperation is so great. But he nailed it. StarCraft is so important. It's one of the most important games of my life because it taught me that you just put in a little time to fully understand a game. It can change your entire perception of it. And recently, that was with me and Fortnite.
Yeah.
You know, started Fortnite, play a couple rounds. It's like I don't really get it yet, but because of my earlier history with StarCraft, it's like let me just put more time in, and then you have that moment where everything just clicks. And you see the game more clearly, and I just love that.
I don't want to spoil the specifics for the last mission in StarCraft 2, the end of the epilogue, so not just the credits, but then there's even more after that. Yeah. And it's just, I mean, surprise, surprise, it's a battle of attrition. It's you just pushing against this enemy that just won't stop. And I tried it, got to a point, was like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, and I started over, and I was like, all right, I started the mission again. And I got to the same point, and one thing I wiped out, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but screw it, I'm just gonna keep going. And seems like I'm losing, but I'm just gonna keep going. And then like some of the people that was like fighting alongside, the motivation, that like the not progression, but the it's my favorite thing about just tower defense and strategy games in general. Momentum, momentum of all of the building and stuff like that finally like overtook the enemy and
sick.
Just pushed back.
Rad.
Felt so good.
So rad. Wait, did you play? You're talking about Legacy of the Void, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He played them all.
Yeah.
Not just Wings of Liberty.
No, this is the epilogue of the Legacy. Yeah. Because that was the thing. I played. Played Wings of Liberty a month or two after it came out. Mm-hmm. Played it on my laptop on the lowest graphical settings. It was still just like, I can't. I'm like, this is so much fun. I love this, and I love the Terrans from like the little StarCraft that I had played back in the day, and then played the Swarm the day it came out. Like the moment that came out, went through, devoured it, and then completely passed on Legacy just because too much stuff was coming out.
Yeah.
And you reviewed it. We're so stoked, and it was like the classic thing where like you really don't like to spoil stuff in your reviews, so like a lot of the footage was like very early on, but you were like the ending. I was like, really? I don't know. I'm just not hearing a lot of buzz about it right now, and like maybe they didn't wrap up the story that great.
It was a little divisive when it first came out.
I think it just came out at the wrong time.
I think so.
And it was the third one, so we were kind of like, I think a lot of people that hadn't played the first two were just like, I have no purchase on this. I have so much of this game to play. But it's excellent. It's really great. And for someone who was not
I love hearing you say that.
For someone who was not that into StarCraft, by the end of it, I was like,
yes,
beautiful. But
I never got to hype anything about Legacy of the Void because nobody played it really, and the people that did were like, it's okay. So like this is finally now the first time that I've been able to be like, yes, okay, it's good.
Artanis and Raynor like on Earth, just like shaking.
Yeah, dude. Love it.
Epic. So many emotions. Rappy. So, first time commenting, and it looks like I got the disappearing comments thing. So thank goodness for Ditto Clipboard Manager. So the month of May is always save your stuff. I see a lot of people are like, oh, thank goodness I've saved it. Save it every time. So the month of May is pretty much the month of DK, right? Because of all the love the Allies gave that gorgeous gorilla last month, I've got a story to share. To be honest, I've never really been that into platformers, and still I'm not. But even so, one of my fondest memories, gaming or not, is staying up all night, sometimes until 3 to 4 a.m., playing through Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3 with my best friend of my high school years. We played through a lot of other games and had a great time, but we started with all 3 of the DKC games, as I had never played them, and she was a huge fan. I talked to this person and played games with this person just about every day for over a year. I've also never met with this person in person. I live in California, she lives in Texas. So yes, we played these games together online using the NetPlay feature of an emulator. Hey, she would have known the DK cartridges on stream. She would have shown the DK cartridges on stream if she could. And for that reason, I'm a little more optimistic about the Nintendo Online service. But back to the subject. Then, life happened. More specifically, college. And I had not spoken to this person in almost 10 years. Until now. Well, really a couple of weeks ago. And it feels good. Some of the regret of not keeping in contact has washed away. So thank you, Allies, and your love for DK for helping me take that leap and reach out to connect with an old friend.
Yes!
We've even gone through Life is Strange on our own time, which has always been on my backlog, but has moved up because of Huber's hype for the series. On the last showcase, Kyle said something along the lines of he wouldn't be able to leave comments like these, but he and the other Allies share these kinds of stories on camera, sometimes live even, and that's even braver than some text comments. So I want to say thank you again, and I truly appreciate the great work you guys do at Easy Allies. Love and respect, Rappy, a.k.a. Arch Seraphus in chat. P.S.
Nice.
Congratulations on getting hitched, Huber.
Wow, thank you. Dude, that is
Arch
an amazing
Seraphus
story. That's so great.
Speaking of amazing stories, so you got Ibrahim, a.k.a. Ebo Shows. Comment here, goes on to page 2.
Nice.
This is kind of hype related, so
'Kay.
you read that one. I'll take a break.
Hebo Show. The unofficial Easy Allies Discord, the unofficial alliance, held its first official unofficial alliance Discord betting special. Made possible under the guidance of the bookie Ebo Show. 4 teams were made with a captain leading each. The names are Gutsy Goombas, led by Limey, Raunchy Ridleys, spearheaded by Rooter McGavin, Ziphoid Xenos, launched by Elenis, Squirtle Squad, commanded by Oh Hey Yes Cool Great. The other participators got randomly assigned to a team. Strategies were thought up, rivalries formed, and on June 2nd, the betting special was held. The Xiphoid Xenos and Squirtle Squad challenged each other, as did the Gutsy Goombas and the Raunchy Ridleys. With art made by Herminator and streamed and recorded by Elenis, the betting started. Captains asked questions to their own teammates and their opponent for single points. Right answers on showdowns between the captains are worth 2 points, and a final bet is worth 4 points. Some notable bets. Final bets to shorten the post. Each captain's final bet was Gutsy Goombas. Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 remake with CGI reveal and movie tie-in content.
Movie tie-in, wow. Movie tie-in's the best. That's what you need. That spice.
Raunchy Ridley's Ghost of Tsushima October release, 3 playable characters, and time travel mechanics.
I saw that one. That's great.
Time travel mechanics.
That's what you need. That's you're like, okay, playable. Oh, might be like time travel. Yeah,
that's the Doc Brown Spider Monster.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Literally Doc Brown. Time travel.
Xiphoid Xenos, Nintendo will announce a Majora's Mask style sequel to Breath of the Wild released in 2018. Nice. Squirtle Squad, Advance Wars will be shown, maximum hype and maximum anime cutscenes, and Sturm will reveal himself.
Whoa.
But let's not forget the stakes. The losing team must write a haiku and tweet it out.
Nice.
The subject of the haiku is... the subject of the haiku is and receiver is determined by the winning team. That's excellent. Great bets. Get hyped for the official Easy Allies betting special. Spoiler alert! Debuting very soon.
Yeah, shooting the second.
Very soon.
So we were saying.
Stay tuned. Have you ever seen Stay Tuned? Stay Tuned.
Oh, dude, with John Ritter?
Yes. One of the greats.
Oh yeah,
loved it as a kid growing up.
You were concerned I hadn't seen that film.
I was concerned, but I was like, you've probably seen it. In my head, I was giving you 70%.
You know what's funny? It was interesting what movies like. My brain was like, stay tuned. Mom and Dad Saves the World? I'm like, no, not that one.
No.
All right.
Don't tell Mom the babysitter's dead. No,
not that one. Hey, problem child? No. Keep digging.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned is great. Jeffrey Jones plays the devil in that, right?
Yeah, he's great.
That's the devil sells John Ritter a cable service.
Yeah.
And he gets sucked in with his wife. Who's his wife?
I forget.
And then the kids get sucked in.
It's been so long.
Stay tuned, man.
We're doing deep cuts
Dude,
today.
I bet Stay Tuned holds up.
I bet it does.
That movie's pretty funny.
John Ritter.
Because it does a lot of TV parodies, and they're horrible. They're horrible. Like, as in just gruesome as hell. You know, it's like what TV's like in hell. And he's got a funny guy, too. There's like not only Jeffrey Jones, but there's like a sidekick or someone. He's got someone that's like hunting him. Yeah. It's kind of got like Running Man vibes, you know, with him just like
trying to get
jumping around. Driving Over Miss Daisy was one. I remember.
Dude, it's so dark.
He like, runs over Miss Daisy and then like backs up and drives over her again, and he's like, "Oh my god!" And then he goes by a sign that says "Driving Over Miss Daisy." So yeah, that was the one.
It's so dark.
Betting special will either be late tonight or first thing tomorrow. And you got the last, the top right. You read that? Okay.
Yep.
David Cleland, who built our Lego set.
Nice.
Hi, Brandon and Huber. Huber Syndrome has inspired me to keep a list of games I've finished this year. Since Huber is there and we're almost halfway through the year, I thought I'd give you the list so far. There are 11 games so far. I've ranked them rather than list them chronologically because my number one game had such an impact on me. I want to build up to it. So here we go. Counting down from 11.
Love it.
Top 11 games from David Cleland,
Heck
2018. 11, Owlboy, Switch. Lovely sprite work, interesting story, just didn't grab me and more linear than I was expecting.
Didn't grab Damiani, didn't grab me.
Owlboy is hit or miss.
Hit or miss that game. Didn't grab me.
Hardcore hit or miss.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people just give up.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people start and be like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yep.
10, Donkey Kong Country, SNES Mini. Didn't expect this to hold up. I probably assumed the 3D rendered graphics were the gimmick that sold this game, but it's a very good and hard platformer. 9, Wolfenstein 2, PS4. Enjoyed the balmy story. Balmy. But it treats some of its crazier aspects as if they are routine, so left them lacking impact on me. That said, it has a very satisfying ending. Oh, don't tell me that. Because I finished that damn game. 8, Final Fantasy 3 /6.
Nice.
SNES
So
Mini.
jealous.
Really liked the first half, but got so lost about what to do and where to go and in what order in the second half that I had to resort to a guide. So that took some of the shine off. Still great though. I hear you. It's the era. You know,
Yeah.
I think it's a patience thing.
Yeah.
I think back in the day, if you've never played Final Fantasy 1, that game doesn't tell you anything.
Oh my god.
Even when they remade it, I
played the remake and I there was like go somewhere and I was like, where? I don't know. And I tried to look it up in a guide and I couldn't even find it in a guide. And I gave up. I was like, all right. You win Final Fantasy.
Well, not only that, but Final Fantasy 1, if you forget what point of the story you're at, it's over. You're dead. There's nothing, absolutely nothing will help you. So it's amazing that in all the times they've remade 1, they never added like a little quest marker.
Like a journal of like, here's where you are.
7, Overcooked, PS4.
Nice.
Couch co-oped with a friend over the course of the last year. Loved starting a new level, getting overwhelmed, and coming up with a system to beat it. Occasionally tried more than 2 players, but that was just chaos. I still have never played another video game. I played a lot of
the PSP version, Bloodworth, calling me out. We didn't have guides when Final Fantasy first came out.
Yeah.
PSP version, to be clear.
Oh, in the one you play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guides were a thing then.
Ha ha. I love the ha ha LOL. The blood salt. I played a lot of games with my wife, who was my girlfriend for many years before we got married, Amanda Troop. I've never played another game where we've had the kind of calm. Okay, you just chop the onions, okay? I'm gonna go over and I'm just hear me out. Just hear me out, honey. Okay, just hear me out. Okay, I'll let you talk. Let me talk. Then I'll let you talk. Okay. What I think we should do is you chop the onions, and then I'll go over and do that thing, and then when that wave comes up later, then we switch, and then you do that other thing. She's like, okay, you chop the onion, like we're picking out what house we're gonna live in. 6, Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Switch. First time I finished this year, great fun. XCOM light, but still requiring tactics to beat some of the tougher stages and great vibes. 5. South Park: The Fractured But Whole. PS4. Still a big South Park fan, so this really hit the spot. Recommend putting the difficulty up to maximum to get the most out of it. Number 4. Bayonetta. Switch. Daft. Controls great. The one-on-one duels feel really epic. It totally won me over with high expectations for the sequel. Daft? Is Daft is that a good thing?
Yeah.
I guess?
Yeah.
Okay.
Daft.
If you call a person daft, that's not good.
Yeah.
But if
I think
something
it's
is
like
daft,
sick, you know?
and balmy too. I'm loving this.
Balmy.
I love it. Rayman Legends, number 3, PS4. Beautiful, fun yet challenging, and the music levels are bursts of joy. Only 92,956 lums and 1,218 awesomeness points away from that platinum. Wow.
Daft also means silly.
Ah, so silly, Bayonetta? Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. It's definitely silly. Thank you, Prototype J. Fun comment or something coming up from Prototype. Make a picture. Oh, you're gonna like the picture from Prototype J coming
Can't
up.
wait for them to play Bayonetta 2.
Can't wait for another Rayman game on the Switch, an actual Rayman Switch game. Could happen. At E3. When's E3? Is it coming up? Number 2, Celeste plus B-Sides on the Switch. Loved it. Super tight controls and consistently inventive ways you have to use them. Story and presentation top notch. 8,000 deaths. And number 1, and he ranked him specifically because he said number 1 affected him so much. Nier Automata, PS4.
Nice.
So I really didn't expect this going in, but I was blown away by this one. Simply put, one of the greatest games I have played. It blends gameplay, story, music, and a theme in a way that proves games can be a unique narrative format. You know what? Top 10 current gen polarizing games.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's another polarizing game.
Polarizing video game.
There are
No
people-
doubt.
Ian Hank finished it.
Yeah. And despises it.
Finished it.
Finished the game.
It was just like,
Yeah.
wow. And I played it, but I played the demo a bunch, but I never jumped in. So
I
that's the
liked
list.
it. It just came out at a bad time for me.
So that's the list so far. I could probably gush about Nier for a lot longer, and I might do in the future. Currently playing God of War and Tropical Freeze, and can see both of those getting pretty high up on my list too.
What a combo!
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, we're very spoiled right now. Love and respect, David Cleland. Edit, only just watched the May Q&A and a little dejected that Nier missed with so many of you. I believe it is a game that is greater than the sum of its parts, and you really do have to play through to ending E to see that. Sorry it didn't work for you, Hubert.
Yeah.
But
Bad
it happens.
time.
But it
Bad
happens.
timing.
And I think that's one of the nice things about Showcase is when we get somebody that's like, this game, hated it. It's like a test for us to be like, okay. You know, like, all right.
Totally.
To each his own. We're a big loving community. We have our different opinions, and that's fine. As long as we talk about our opinions.
Exactly.
As long as you say, the only opinions I don't like are when somebody's like, meh. And you're like, why? And there's like,
why?
It's bad. And you're like, come on. Oh, yeah, squirrels, man.
Squirrels.
They're out.
They're here to eat me alive because I didn't finish Nier.
We just trimmed the hedges back a little bit, so they got to jump a little higher now to do the runway. I wish people could hear that.
Yeah, did you hear that, Chad?
One of these days, it's funny. We got the shotgun mics. I should point just one shotgun
Yeah.
mic like to the roof.
What a combo. Tropical Freeze and God of War. He's doing it too.
This one's jolly. You read Stewart's.
Cool. Stuart, I just want to say that I love the EZA community. You know what, Stuart? Me too. Best in the biz. I love hanging out in the Twitch chat with the stream when the streams are over to just chat with the regulars. During one of these chat sessions, chat regulars encouraged me to do a stream of my own, which I did. Because of the EZA community, I instantly had viewers and chat room to interact with. As I was so encouraged, I then streamed the start of my first ever playthrough of Pokemon Blue, and again, was joined by the EZA community. So I would just like to take this opportunity to thank Servorn, I never know how to pronounce this one, Kamirze, Stackerol, and Tahitian Warrior, and the EZA community as a whole for being so great. Love and respect. Stuart, nodding, Penguin, so hype. Feels good. Feels good, like just a warm blanket. Just want to take this EZA pillow and just hug it. It just feels so
hug
good.
that for the next one.
Yeah.
Kyuzu14. Hello, allies. I'm a fairly new patron, and this is my first time posting to Community Showcase. A lot of first timers. Hey. It just so happens to be right before E3, so I couldn't resist sharing my E3 dream. I am a huge Animal Crossing fan. Like you, Brandon, and I still play Pocket Camp, even with all the janky gotcha mechanics. I made it a good long while, but then I think it was, you know what was funny? Without talking, Amanda and I quit within days. we both like she bowed out a little before I did, which I think it's
And
our
she didn't
love.
tell you at first?
I think it's our love for Animal Crossing is literally measured that way. I'm a little more than her, so like she got to there. No, I'm done, and I made it a little bit farther, and then I'm out. It's still on my phone. I still have it installed, and I like. It's one of those games where this is something that always charms me about mobile games. When you first install a mobile game, and this is every single mobile game that exists. I've never had an Android device, so I don't know. But the Apple Store, this is just how it works. When you boot it up, they're like, "Hey, you want notifications?" You're like, "No." They send them anyway. They don't care.
Are you serious?
Every single mobile game I've ever downloaded, every single one, Huber, I say no. They're like, "Do you want notifications?" I'm like, "No." I don't care.
What
And
the
I go into settings, and it's on, and I'm just like, off.
Oh, no. That's so...
And I think I
so
even
funny.
turned it off, and then like a month later, they were just like, maybe some notification. I'm like, Pocket Camp, leave me alone. So, my dream is the announcement of Animal Crossing Switch. It's about time, isn't it? And I think a December release, I think, is logical.
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, the end of November for Christmas. New Leaf came out. They're back.
Do you hear that, chat?
No.
I want them to hear it so bad. It's like Tremors or something.
They're back. New Leaf came out in 2003.
They heard it. They heard it.
Nice.
Yes. It's freaky. You were under attack. It's just this little squirrel.
New Leaf came out in 2013, and Animal Crossing fits so well on the Switch. It has on the go. It has the on the go appeal, even though I've liked the home console versions more. And New Leaf was 3DS, so like that console Animal Crossing. It's been a long time.
So ready.
My bold dream for Animal Crossing Switch is online towns. When I played Animal Crossing on GameCube, me and my friends would share a town, and it was so fun to gather around the TV and play. But now in the age of the internet, it makes sense to allow this in a much more enjoyable way. I also would like them to add expandable towns, like how you expand your house. Since they didn't do anything with Resetti and New Leaf, they could give him like a construction site where you can expand your town, and it allows you to have more neighbors and such. I'm wondering what you want out of Animal Crossing. P.S. Can't wait to see what you name Huber's town. Love and respect. Boy, they're really going. And Sophie loves that. I mean, like a lot of times they'll do that just to mess with Sophie. And it's like there's sometimes I'll just be working on something and I'll see them and it's like Sophie isn't bothering you, man. Like just go like whatever your search for nuts or whatever's happening. Like they're just on a low branch, just like you can't get me on this branch, can you? And Sophie's like, I can't.
Taunting.
Yeah, I like that idea of shared towns. You know what I mean? So like when you have in Animal Crossing, you're like, I got my own town, and then I'll get on a train, choo-choo, and I'll come into your train station, and I pop in. Now I'm in Huber's town.
Yeah, I would love that.
But you might want to be like, no, you and I will have the same town. So Amanda and I will have the same town.
You live in the same town, but
So, like-
I live in the town over.
Right, so when you come to my town, you can see Amanda's house and my house.
Perfect.
You know, so like, if I like wake up in the morning and I'll just go and be like, oh, you picked up all the stuff off the ground, thanks, hon, and just like, I'm gonna go put some apple trees over here, is that cool? Like, I think we need.
With
yeah,
the Easy Allies town.
Dude, I want that game so bad.
Can you imagine that? Like, Damiani lives at the mansion at the end of the street.
Easy
He's got it all. Just some huge mansion.
Day
Bossman
one.
is living
Day
on
one.
some
Like,
shack.
how'd you do that to you? Bosman just lives in a cot on the beach.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have a house.
Yeah. Oh, he's so good.
Yeah, my you know,
Kyle lives in a
I'm wondering what you want out of the Animal Crossing. I want it to exist. That's my number one. Honestly, I have no expectations. That's it. I just want it to happen. Even like a bad version, I would, as long as it's on Switch and I can play online with people, it's fine. Hello, Jones. Harry Waterhouse. Hello, Jones and Huber. My dreams have come true. My PS1 boys are back. Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon.
Yeah.
I spent hours as a kid playing every Crash and Spyro game with friends, and I lost my mind when they announced the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. I loved every second of that PS4 remake, and the Spyro remake already looks like a 10 out of 10 in my eyes. That game, that Spyro remake looks crazy,
Looks so
crazy good.
Yeah.
Just ridiculous good.
Looks really, really good.
I keep seeing screenshots of it, and it's just bonkers how much work they put into it. However, there's another remake of a PS1 that I loved, and since it was announced back at PSX, I've heard no hype for it at all. That game is Medieval. It deserves everybody's attention. Medieval Remake is the game I want to see the most at E3. I hope it captures the magic that the original had. The music, the characters, weapons are all fantastic. Sir Daniel should not be forgotten, and I wish it gets a good spotlight at E3. Is the lack of hype because nobody's played it? Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
none of us played it.
Nobody's
I'm familiar with it. If you showed me an image of that guy, I'd be like, oh, PS1, the medieval era.
Nobody's really played it, and we've seen nothing on it. So there's nothing to get fully hyped about yet. I think it's going to be announced as one of those pre-E3 Sony announcements.
Oh, okay.
I think they're going to show it off within the next couple days.
Or like pre-show announce a release date or something. Yeah, and I imagine it's kind of frustrating to be like, I love this game so much. Why are people not excited about this game? But at the same time, enjoy this moment before the hype does build after it comes out and people start talking about it. That like it's yours now.
Yeah.
Like, you still get a couple more weeks to enjoy it just personally for yourself, and then we'll all jump in and check it out. Thanks for taking the time to read my comment. Love and respect. Megan Leinart. Hi, Jones and Huber. First time writing the showcase. Became a $10 patron recently. Thank you. I watched your content for a while, but was not really able to make the jump. Now, in my first home, my bills are finally stable, and I now have the money to actually support you guys.
Congrats.
I think I'll just start off with a movie to recommend. I watched this movie about a year ago, and has stuck with me ever since. The movie is called Philadelphia. It's a 1994 German adult animated neo-noir crime film directed by Michael Schack. Philadelphia, F-E-L-I-D-A-E. Correct me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Philadelphia. The story centers on and is told through the perspective of a house cat named Francis, who moves to a new neighborhood with his owner, but soon discovers that many gruesome feline murders are taking place there and tries to solve the case that goes back centuries. Be warned, however, it is an animated movie, and it is told through the perspective of talking cats, but is not for children. The movie contains heavy blood, violence, strong language, sexual content, and explores some dark themes. The mystery is intriguing, suspenseful, and surprisingly grounded. The cast of cats you meet are interesting and well written, and the quality of the hand-drawn animation is extremely well done. If you're looking for a mature, dark, daring murder mystery with a unique spin, I think this is one you might be interested in. I've put a link to the IMDb page if anyone wants more info on the movie. Excited for the tasty E3 coverage. My E3 dream is to see a Tokyo Jungle sequel or remaster.
Nice.
For my big prediction, I think Sony is briefly going to tease a Horizon Zero Dawn sequel too early, and it'll be a launch title for the PS5. Also, Tetris Effect hype. Stay humble.
Animal enthusiast. Tokyo Jungle and Philadelphia.
That's an interesting kind of animal enthusiast. I like seeing animals kill each other. Like, all right.
Cat Quest: The Dark Timeline.
I like animals when they're dead.
Philadelphia sounds hardcore.
Yeah, I'm super curious about that.
Whoa.
Thank you again. Not putting the link up in here for IMDb, but or you can just go to IMDb, search F-E-L-I-D-A-E. And like I said before, if you're curious about any or all of this stuff, the post is now public for everybody to check out. XWF Outlaw.
Yeah, what's up, Outlaw?
Tweeted me a question, but also had the question in here. So if these are different questions, sorry I'm not reading the tweet. I'm going to read this one that I actually saw on the post. Oh, and we're getting to art soon. Only a couple comments left.
It's a cool 82 minutes.
I wonder if Amanda would like that.
Easy watch.
She's a big fan of felines.
I don't know, dude. Cats are probably going to die in it, man.
So what happens, man? It's the circle of life. Hello, allies in chat. I bring some stories to share that are both joyful and equally somber. This last month's gameplay was mostly committed to Huber's goatee, God of War. This is one of the few games I have ever played where almost every category, from story to gameplay to controls to visuals, characters, score, and VO, were completely flawless. I have played every one of the games in the God of War franchise, with the exception of Ascension, which still sits unopened on my shelf. The story of Kratos and his father-son bond with Atreus was never at any moment dry or dull or irritating. Their dialogue to me never felt contrived or derivative. The combat's Souls-like control scheme was very easy to handle compared to the franchise's previous installments, constant button mashing. Overall, like many people, this is my goatee frontrunner, and was a pleasure playing this game with the Cheshire grin on my face throughout. I also found the time to pick up some games I never played any installments of before. Lego games. The first being Lego Jurassic World. Didn't play Jurassic World. Lego Marvel is probably the best. The first Lego Marvel superheroes. Lord of the Rings is my fave. I got
nice.
Because it's a big open world, and the whole movie in one open world. I loved it. Gotta say, nostalgia is the main thing pushing me through to complete it. More thoughts next month once I beat it. Now, I normally would have you allies give you allies an update on my Super Mario Odyssey quest for 999 moons progress, but alas, there was no time, and here is why. 3 weeks ago, my state was ravaged by the biggest natural disaster in its history. Not one, but 4 tornadoes caused by a microburst touched down at the same time, but one was all it took to decimate my neighborhood. My home was inescapable and dark without power for a week, and inescapable.
That is horrifying.
And dark without power for a week, and to this day, debris from falling trees and telephone poles are still being cleared from the roads.
Ew.
Safe to say, keeping myself in high spirits was daunting. What state is this? I'm sorry that I don't recall this. There's just too much terrible things going on in the world. Safe to say, keeping myself in high spirits was daunting, but with a trusty power bank, the content of Easy A to watch, and the uber love and respect support from Rick Argomanes and Bernardo Delcast and company, these last few weeks have been much brighter in these dark times. For that, allies, I thank you. Now to end on a jolly note, and for Huber, even though I beat the main story, I rebought Resident Evil 7 to play all the DLC for the first time, to finish the fight, and get hyped for Remake 2 at E3. I still haven't played any of that DLC.
Joe Baker. That's all I gotta say, Jones. Joe Baker. Oh my goodness. Jones, you're in for a treat.
Somewhere in the Midwest. Okay. Probably Nebraska. All right.
That's terrible.
Inescapable is the that's jarring to me.
Like, what do you do?
We have earthquakes in LA. I've lived through a lot of earthquakes. None of them were life-threatening in any way of where I was located. Mm-hmm. So when I hear about just to see footage of these horrible earthquakes, that's like the major thing that I fear. And that was like drilled into me when I was a kid. Is that like the big one will hit, and it never has. And we just sit and wait every day. Dude, elementary school, man.
Yeah.
Like the 80s.
They were like, yo,
Jones
it's coming.
in 1987.
Yeah.
Sitting in a chair at school, them being like, it's coming, this month, it's coming. I was like, here we go. God. We used to like go in like classrooms that they would shake, so they could let us know, like, this is an 8.0. This is what it's going to feel like. I'm just like, so glad we could be of help. That feels great. Thank you for playing the Resident Evil 7 DLC. I got to get caught up
some
on that
escapism.
stuff. Boy, I might just wait for Halloween. I might just wait to do
Perfect. Love it, Jones.
All of it. And our last comment before we get to drawings and art. Steven CT. Hey, Jones. Hey, Huber. E3 is here. My personal dreams are new Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Katamari Damacy.
Yes.
And Jet Set Radio Future.
Nice.
I can't wait. I would be totally down for Katamari Damacy. The Switch. A Katamari for Switch. Exclusively
with
for Switch.
the Joy-Cons. Do some crazy stuff with that.
That would be so good. All right. It is time for us to get a little small. We're going to go down the corner here. Pew. All right. Time to look at some art.
Nice.
Kicking it off with Mr. Eric Jackson. Boom.
Oh!
Hello, allies. I hope everyone is getting the recommended daily amount of 12 hours of sleep in preparation for the great sleep drought that is E3 season. No. I can't help but want to exposit a flood of thoughts and emotions with this wonderful opportunity to reach out so directly to our own Brandon Jones and accompanying ally. So I will endeavor to keep things relatively brief and dig right in. Relatively brief, Eric, my goodness. Something that I've always loved about the Easy Allies crew is their efforts to champion the idea of loving something, be it a video game, a show, a movie, etc., but also remaining justly critical of that thing. To critique a piece of media with all of the objective focus one can have, but love it passionately in spite of some of the glaring flaws it may possess. And no one has a love of things like Michael P. Huber. Side note, congratulations on the wedding. Every ally has something that makes them special, and be it that swimming in sevens, jolly mentality, the unabashed shamanism leading into every E3, or any classic quote such as feel the kill, top tens, blank, or let it cook, Michael Huber has an infectious vibe that permeates the very air we breathe. I've always thought of Huber as my spirit animal and seek to channel him when bringing a full playthrough, popping the heads right off and feeling the kill. It's my goal to similarly celebrate the allies in turn with artwork and verbal accolades, and because I don't know what to expect next month, I suppose I'll have to stay up until 5 a.m. finishing some artwork again 4 weeks from now. But in all seriousness, the allies work so hard and give so much, it's the very least we can do to give a little back, and whenever possible with a little love and respect. Attached are a couple links, images linked to my Instagram. One finished specifically for Huber, citation the last Q&A, and the other is one perhaps both can enjoy. Apologies for anyone looking to follow me as I post mostly juggling videos. No context. Instagram handle is Jax on Deck. Jax, regular spelling, period, on, period, deck.
Jax on deck.
And hopefully a lot more better artwork to look forward to.
Dude, that
so we not only have this,
it's amazing,
and I'm feeling the emotions there. I like these smaller ears. The ear itself is interesting. You don't actually see the ear popping out there on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the vibe. He's pissed. He's not having a good day.
No.
He's looking down at somebody like, oh boy. And then, oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What's his name? Trashmaster?
I keep forgetting. Guzzlord. Yes.
Guzzlord.
Oh, that's so good.
Guzzlord hype.
That is so good.
What do you think? Just while you're here, yeah. How do you feel when people draw images? We got another. Somebody else has. We have another Huber likeness coming up.
I love it.
And I like it because
it's so flattering.
We have another likeness that's kind of Mad Max style. You look a little harried in it, you know, like
nice.
you look like you need sleep.
One of my all-time favorites is like me in Persona with like a Jason Voorhees hockey mask.
Whoa!
One of my all-time faves. This is like Saturday morning cartoon villain.
Right.
I'm using Guzzlord to just destroy the world, and I must be stopped.
The Dark Shadows.
Yeah, that's so good.
Yes.
Dude! Oh my goodness.
Tyson Wynn. Hiya, I upped my pledge to $5 earlier this month and decided to share something. Buy $5 to $10. I decided to share something in the community showcase. Last year, my partner and I finished college and made a big move across state borders. Because of this, we're incredibly grateful for the allies for It gets better. He's got two other things. Because of this, we're incredibly grateful to the Allies for filling up the silent hours and the amazing personalities you all bring to games media. I've been feeling pretty anxious watching the E3 countdown timers and decided to use some of that extra energy toward art for the betting specials you produce. The first one was meant to be a Statue of the Gods parody with Ultima Brad replacing Kefka. I ultimately scrapped the concept since I felt uncomfortable morphing Brad and other allies into that crazy boss's form. The other two are just me having fun with Persona 5 victory screens. Have a great E3, everybody. I love that you included me. I appreciate that.
Well, we're dead.
We are dead. And I love that our bodies aren't even there. We're like knocked out. It's just Ian. Yeah.
Disintegrated. Oh my goodness.
So terrifying. And I love the fist, too, because you know that's going to animate. You know, there's Ian with his hair swoop and his red pants. So good.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Really, really good.
Oh, that's so good.
Really, 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 really good. But my favorite, and congratulations to Mr. Tyson Wynn. This is officially the thumbnail. We're gonna jazz up the thumbnails for community showcase. And how can you not make this the thumbnail for the community showcase? With community showcase, like you take out New Era and you just put showcase in the corner. So good, so good.
I'm upset. Ultima Brad cannot win.
The thing is this. We don't script these things, man. We don't know who's going to win.
Nope.
I don't want him to win.
Nobody
but
does.
Just by the nature of bets, he could win again.
Yeah.
He could win the whole damn thing again.
It's a lucky man.
I'm terrified. And I'm probably going to take a nap while you're shooting they're shooting bets, man. I'm going to miss like what the bets are. And I'm going to be so terrified. All right. No, Weinstein. Hey guys, gotta admit I've been super busy this month working on music. I'm putting out my third EP next month, which I would totally submit, but I hate watching other people listen to me sing. So, I guess you'll have to seek that out on your own. I also finally played Night in the Woods and cried a lot. That game is very beautiful and incredibly written, but geez, does it get sad. I had to take it slow because of that. Yay, depression, but I'm glad I took my time with it. So what I'm actually going to submit is a piece of pixel art. Shocking. I wanted to try out a piece that wasn't just buildings and used some more complicated shading. What I love about pixel art is that I always feel like I'm improving. I hope you like it. Have a great E3. Love it, Noah.
It's making me emotional.
Yeah.
I really like this. This would be a good, I want this like on my phone. Like my phone background.
These are always, I love the clouds. The clouds are really cool.
So good.
And I love, this to me seems like, you know, kind of like an RPG or like a platformer where like this is the end. Like it's just thank you for playing is gonna pop up right over.
I finished Streets of Rage last night on stream, and it reminds me of the Streets of Rage ending.
Yeah. Great. Thank you, Noah.
Jones, man, one of these days, Final Fantasy VI.
You gonna do it?
I'll get there.
I'm scared, man. We've
maybe
gotten some comments.
Maybe I should start it here with you.
Somebody messaged me on Cup of Jones and said they're like, feeling it. They're playing with a buddy. They're like, we're playing through all of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They're like, we're going through them all.
Jeez.
And he's like, eh. And he's like, we're at the halfway, not halfway point, but like at the cataclysmic point.
Yeah.
Max versus the games.
Start at easy living. That's a great.
Oh, hey, yeah.
Idea.
Since E3 is near, another 3:30 in the morning pick. Since E3 is near, I think this is the best and only time I can mention the one that has been sealed in the vault. I just like the lore of Easy Allies. This is something that is kind of unique to your group. We had the Trial of Bossman, and now we all have the lore with your Money in the Bank personas. But my favorite is what I call the Easy A Pantheon. So I did something last year after E3. The Easy A Pantheon. Who knows? Maybe the Pantheon will be even bigger next year. Personally, I think Ezra has a good shot at godhood. We still haven't seen the other side of the Pantheon with the evil gods, so maybe Ezra will be the first of them. Or maybe another new god will appear. Who knows? I can't wait to see what new memes and lore will be born during this E3 from you guys, watching you live as you're losing your mind during the Bethesda conference.
Don't say it.
And I haven't. And the EZA podcast last year was so enjoyable. Being in chat during the Redacted Discovery and the Salad Mike was so funny. I don't think I've laughed that much in a very long time. I was lucky enough to be a fan during GT and got to see the Shenmue FF7 remake reaction live. And this moment just confirmed something for me. There's no better place to watch E3 unfold than on your channel. Thank you, Max. I think I can honestly say that I look forward to your betting specials and your E3 coverage even more than the actual press conferences. Keep up the great work, guys, and I have no doubt that next year I will see you cover the E3 press conference again, but from your new studio. P.S. My E3 dream is for Sony to do something, anything, with Legend of Dragoon! Wow! Wow!
A lot of it going around.
Chills. My hair just stood up on my arm. Remaster, remake, or sequel. I just want more of this game. Maybe if Huber wishes for it as well. It'll happen somehow. Just rub the comments on Huber.
Panzer Dragoon!
SSX, Huber. S just clipped.
SSX!
SSX.
I'm really hoping for that Animal Crossing.
SSX Tricky Remaster. I think if EA had an SSX Tricky Remaster, it would play well.
Oh, heck
I think if
yeah.
that Tricky song started playing, they would earn a little bit of their...
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Their good
That's the
bonus
thing,
back.
man. EA has so many things in the vault.
It's true.
And they keep it closed.
It's true.
You know, they really lean in on EA Sports and Need for Speed. It's like, yo, let's get that Desert Strike back in action. Road Rash.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I don't have Samuel Rosman. Weird. Where you at, Samuel Rosman?
Oh. No.
Not like this. Not like this. Okay, I'll read the comment and then
Such a big
hopefully that'll help me
impact
find
for
it.
having like so few lines, dude. Twitch was her name, right? Matrix?
What?
Not like this.
Oh, right. Yeah.
She's so great. Always wanted her to come back.
Honest. Very honest character.
Yeah.
You could tell that person
Empathy.
brought a lot to that role without being like, look at me.
Yeah.
You know, like just...
Such a rad
yeah,
character.
cool
Switch,
character
yeah.
in a film trying to make every character cool.
Heck yeah.
Samuel Rosman. Okay, I will get to the image after I read your comment to see if I can find it. Aloha Pualai and Michaela. Totally, probably not pronouncing that correctly. First off, I would like to congratulate Huber again on his nuptials. I couldn't be happier for you both, and wish you an amazing life together for many, many years to come. As here, let me just go back to while we're doing this. As a few of you probably noticed, I've been making a lot of Star Wars Legos over the past year. This is somewhat of a side effect from what I started doing last May the 4th, where I decided to go chronologically from episode 1 to 8 through all the new canon media that Star Wars has put out since their acquisition by Disney. I was prepared for a long time comment since I had the recent idea of what was released so far, but I didn't foresee how much I would enjoy myself since I had so many fond memories of what is now considered Legends. All in all, since then, I have finished 11 feature-length movies, 204 episodes of Clone Wars and Rebels, 59 books, 208 comic book issues or shorts, and 18 short stories, my rough estimate. And I got a bit here and there still to go. There have been quite a few highlights, not including the movies and TV series. I would highly recommend the Dr. Aphra comic series, which includes the awesome Screaming Citadel arc, and probably my favorite two droids in Star Wars, and also the Ahsoka, Thrawn, Leia, Tarkin Aftermath series, and Phasma books. I have the Phasma book, I haven't read it actually. And don't get me started on the video games, though. After the painful loss of 1313 and underwhelming Battlefront 1 and 2, I'm hungry for an awesome, story-driven Star Wars game.
Please.
We even lost the Amy Hennig Visceral project, which seems to have been picked up in some semblance by EA Vancouver. I added the question mark there. And with only the other EA and Respawn game in our future, looking to the past is all we seem to have. Personally, I think the best recent recommendation is Star Wars The Old Republic. As someone who over the years has finished all 8 class storylines, I think the Imperial Agent one is absolutely brilliant. If you ever wanted to be...
The MMO is so good.
I was
so good.
I enjoyed my time with it.
Yeah.
I think my friends stopped playing, which is why I stopped playing. But yeah, and then we were all... they were all Sith because we were Alliance when we did Warcraft. And so they were like, we're Sith, sorry. And I'm like, okay, all right. What, man?
Alliance.
Yeah, bro.
Scum.
Yeah, man.
For the Horde!
Stormwind for the win, baby. Darnassus all day. If you ever wanted to be an intergalactic James Bond, seducing, outfoxing, and or assassinating your way across the galaxy, this is your game. Huber, the player housing and its customization is also incredible, especially Tatooine. Mm-hmm. It's also streamlined now, highly soloable, get it, and free until the end of the main story campaign. I'm also immensely hyped for the Aperion Total Conversion mod for KOTOR. I've been following this small group of developers for a long time now and can't wait for the finished project. Their occasional dev streams is the only other thing I watch on Twitch besides EZA. Sorry for the long post. Have an awesome E3 and I can't wait for there to watch your coverage. Hyped out of my mind for what's to come. Mahalo nui loa for all that you do. Love and respect, Samuel Rosman. So I might have been tripping when I might have pasted this in the wrong place. So yeah, there is no art. That is just a comment that slipped through. Phew.
Awesome.
And if Samo, if you're in chat and there is something, scream at me and I'll go get it. But I'm usually pretty good about that. I'm not missing skipping stuff. But there's a lot of material here.
Lot
to go through.
Oh yeah, pages.
Let's go back. We're on page 17 out of 25, I believe. DMC Master.
Nice.
Boop. With E3 just around the corner, I figured I'd make a few bingo cards, mostly because it seemed quicker than and more appropriate with the time I have available. I'll post the link for each individual card in the order I'm most excited for, and I do apologize in advance if it goes over the word limit, which I'm pretty much sure it does. So we're not going to read all of these off, but let's just enjoy them. Maybe give you some ideas for bets later today. Let's enjoy them.
Oh, the bets are locked, Jones.
The bets are locked?
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Let's go down. So we got...
That's so good.
So we got EA.
I love Microsoft. I love this so much.
Perfect Dark announced.
Wait, is it there was an EA one?
Evil Within expansion. Yeah, EA was...
I feel like...
yearly UFC, Sims 5, yearly Madden.
This is
Sports bathroom break.
This is no shade.
Oh, Way Out getting DLC. That'd be interesting.
Yes. This is no shade. I feel like I really want to partake in this, but I have to work. I feel like I should have one for EA on the side.
Sure.
Like EA, we're playing bingo.
Square Enix, new Nier project announced. Game announced with confusingly long subtitle. Avengers games announced for fall 2018. Woo! Doubtful. Sony, Horizon 2, Days Gone trailer, February 2019. Dude!
Trailer for Red Dead 2.
No, nailed it.
Days Gone.
They did announced that this morning.
Yeah.
February 2019.
Yep.
You did it.
Heck yeah.
You did it. There's one. Cross it off.
Cross it off.
New Spyro trailer shown and trailer for Red Dead 2. Nice. And finally, yeah, Nintendo.
Nice.
So yeah. Boop, boop.
So great. Love that.
Love it. VJ Junkie.
Best bingo joke of all time. Naked Gun.
What do they do with?
Bingo.
Man, I'm slipping. This is just a comment again. Sorry. VJ Junkie. Hey, Brandon and Hubert. Been supporting ECA for something like 1.5 years, and now I figured it was finally time to drop a comment here. On Cup of Jones, I was listening to other people describe the journey that led them to finding you, yet looking back, I discovered that I don't even really remember how I first came across EZA. Maybe it was from E3 reactions or the podcast, but somehow looking out for new content had just somehow now become a part of my daily routine. It was only after I had been watching for a while that I discovered that you were the very same guys from the GOAT FF7 Shenmue 3 reaction video years previously, and I had immediately drawn the connection. I will say that retroactively made me appreciate your passion for games even more, so thank you to Huber, Brad, Ian, and Bossman, and Elise, and everyone else for sharing that moment with the world, especially, yes. I think it's pretty crazy how quickly after discovering EZA, I decided you guys are the best game coverage in the biz. I somehow managed to miss the boat on GT entirely, minus seeing random tweets or YouTube suggestions about new Final Bossman episodes. I will confess that the thumbnails of Kyle in a suit made me think that it was just another YouTube show with a smarmy, smug-looking host. I mean, depending on who you ask, No one's ever asked me what I thought of Final Boss, man. It's an okay show. I hadn't given Kyle enough credit. Sorry, Kyle. Anyway, here we are, and here's to the future. I can't tell you how good it feels to see you guys with the new equipment after that fundraiser blew everyone's expectations out of the water. And while my expectations for E3 are in check, my hype for Easy Ally's coverage of E3 is through the roof. You guys make everything so much better. Hype for everything from Sony, Square Enix, and maybe Metroid Fire Emblem out of Nintendo. Anti-hype for EA. They are so bad. Oh, sorry. On to some games. Never too late to go back, by the way. 1. Nioh. Best blend of Ninja Gaiden Diablo Souls that I could have asked for. Endlessly satisfying to learn and get better at this game, or just play Yakuza 0. Or just play Yakuza 0 Jones. 2. Witcher 3, Blood and Wine. Well, I also need to play it. The ultimate conclusion of The Witcher 3 and the trilogy as a whole. If you miss this, then you're missing out on the ultimate emotional payoff to Geralt's journey. Oh, damn. I didn't even know that.
So good.
I thought it was just like another cool expansion.
So good.
Oh, boy. And it's a new area to boot. Must play. 3. Chrono Trigger, one of the greats and personal favorite game of all time. Everybody should get in there and experience or re-experience the joy of that game and its best ending. 4. Final Fantasy VI. Not nearly as good as Chrono Trigger, but maybe play it since some people like it, I guess. 5. Play Valkyria Chronicles. It's coming to Switch for like $5 with VC4. It's on everything. Oh yeah. Hype for Valkyria Chronicles 4. Please be good.
Please be good. Nice.
Hold on a second.
$5.
Hold on a second. Just double check.
Checking. Fact checking.
This is terrible.
Good games. Valkyria Chronicles, baby. Please, gaming gods, let it be good.
No.
Witcher 3 is a 10.
No.
Blood and Wine is the best DLC of all time. IMO.
I cannot talk about it yet.
Aww.
I'm Ryan.
Blood and Wine is the perfect summer game.
I'm Ryan. Hello, Michael and Brandon. With Huber on deck, I'd like to take this opportunity to talk about an old friend. A friend that goes by the name of Dragon Ball Z.
I thought they were going to say Barry Burton.
Allow me to guess that for you, Brandon, after being inundated with countless references on the Easy A podcast and on group streams, it seems like this series might have turned it from a blind spot to an unfortunate sore spot. That said, I'd like to reminisce about Goku and company and to possibly make an appeal. Over the past few months, I've been revisiting... Eric, just do it. Just do it.
Over the past few months, I've been revisiting the series, specifically the re-edited and truncated Kai version, for the first time since I was about 12 or 13.
Also tricky.
Every day after school, I remember hurrying home to catch the next episode before it would air on Toonami, a feeling I'm sure Huber can relate to. Absolutely, I'd go to my buddy's house, we'd have chips and salsa, play chess, and watch Dragon Ball Z. So...
Chips and salsa, chess, and Dragon Ball. Yeah. Do you ever think of chess when you watch Dragon Ball?
No, I don't know. No, I don't. That was just a weird time in my life. We played a lot of chess.
Those things didn't meet in your brain.
Sometimes these episodes would progress with key story development or give a feast of intense martial arts and action strategy, or on the other hand, of course, stall with one of the notorious power-up only episodes, which have since been... My vocab's bad. What's that word?
Ameliorated.
Word of the day. Ameliorated. I'm gonna say with the context, it's edited. A fancy word for edited.
Sure. I'll look up the exact definition of it.
Ameliorated in Kai. Back then, however, as I transitioned from middle school to high school, DBZ seemed to have suddenly fallen out of fashion, and it just became uncool to be a fan?
Make something bad or unsatisfactory better.
Whoa. Ameliorate.
Yeah.
Capcom ameliorated Resident Evil after Resident Evil 6.
They did.
Oh, I love picking on Resident Evil 6. DBC seemed to fashion up to be a fan. As any impressionable youth might, I retired my DBZ shirts, stashed away my trading cards, and moved on to other interests. I'm now 30, and thanks largely to the release of Fighters, Dragon Ball is back in the zeitgeist, baby, yeah it is. Watching it again with refreshed eyes has reignited my love for it. Without revealing too many specifics, I've been delighted to rediscover its tongue-in-cheek sense of humor, transformative characters, both figurative and literal, and its tense, no-holds-barred combat sequences. Nappa hype. Ahem, Huber. Ahem, Huber knows what I'm talking about. Pardon the Pander Express. Brandon, if your eye hasn't already twitched enough by reading this, I implore you to try to settle it. to settle in and watch the first 5 episodes, but only after E3, of course. In fact, what better way to spend the post-E3 lull than by dipping your toe into one of the most beloved and important, I added that, animes of all time. Although you might have gleaned a few plot points through Damiani's summary and through sheer osmosis over the years, just know that watching DBZ is a whole different experience, as context is key. After you might get around to watching it, to give us a full-on Branded Watches Dragon Ball treatment, co-hosted by Mr. Huber and or Mr. Ben Moore, and we'll get Damiani in there, and Brad. We've all been rewatching Dragon Ball. Seriously, such a good time to be a DBZ fan, because I feel like this is so perfect, because we all grew up with it, put it away for so long, and now it is back. So all like
Giant bombs, all DBZ just obsessed right now.
So it's like all these people are not only revisiting it, but all these new fans are coming. It's just so magical. It's so great. Would be a pipe dream, but I could be satisfied with a single tweet follow-up or reaction. So no pressure. In closing, I'd like to recommend watching Dragon Ball Z to any newcomer or skeptic, as the series certainly deserves an official Michael Huber honorary of holds up. It holds up, without a doubt. Easily. P.S. While I'm split, because I was talking smack on the Cell Saga to the Allies before I rewatched Kai, and I'm way on board now with that Cell Saga. While I'm split, balling ideas for Easy A content that may never see the light, I think a Huber-fronted series title, Huber Presents Holds Up, or simply Holds Up, could have lots of potential. I see it as a pinpointed excavation of Huber's past favorites, be it a specific video game, movie, comic, whatever. Ultimately, it would showcase a forgotten treasure while also illustrating what makes Huber so unique and endearing. Damn, maybe this should have been my official entry this month. Either way, I hope you see this and consider it. Peace, love y'all. Hunter Pearson, who's hyped. Dude, I love that idea. Holds up. I might have to take you up on that. I really like that. The Woody Show... The Woody Show does a really interesting show now. It's a morning radio show in Los Angeles. Millennial movie reviews. And
yeah.
And they have their young camera intern. He's 21, and he does millennial movie reviews. This morning, he did Bill and Ted's. It's pretty awesome.
What is the background? Is that your living room?
Yep. That is so good. God!
I love how stressed you look. You know what I mean? I love he's got the shirt. He's got your Bowser shirt. And I love how you're just like, it's pensive thinking Huber. And I love the exaggerated features. You're just giant noggin. The shotgun axe. Spider-Man.
That's for that axe.
Are you excited for Spider-Man?
Dude, yes.
Cool.
That trailer was insane.
Cool.
Yeah. So into it.
You haven't really talked about it that much.
Yeah, I never really talked about Spider-Man. But I love it.
Cool.
Because I'm all about Batman. That axe, by the way, the shotgun axe, is one of the main characters from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That is his weapon.
Oh, I thought you said the shotgun axe was a character.
No, yeah.
Like a talking shotgun. You might want to take me on the mission.
Yeah.
I will. Love it.
Yeah, Mac hype.
I wanted to create something to celebrate the completion of season... Tokyo Slim had a brilliant comment. It's never too late to ameliorate.
Nice. Tokyo Slim, Katamari's coming. You probably caught me on some, weird... my brain, the shamanistic powers, they go in and out. The frequency was off.
Well, the creator's been working
Katamari.
on... Watam or Watam? Which is crazy. It's it's a hard to explain game, and it's changed its form every time I've seen it. But he actively is finishing a game, so. But maybe another team can pick it up.
Nice.
Candy Coated Thorns. I wanted to create something to celebrate the completion of season 1 of Tabletop Escapades, and I thank you guys for the countless hours being swept away in the dialogue and storyline. I missed my mark of finishing by season end, but I hope you guys still enjoy it. And she posted this on Twitter, so you might have seen this.
Oh yeah, retweeted this. Oh. So good.
It's great. It's really satisfying, but it hurts at the same time because man,
I want to play this.
Man,
I want to play this.
I want to press start so bad.
I know. I want to go into the options. Check it out.
But it's really great. The details are definitely noticed. I love just the pulsing light. The different shades. Going on the trees in the background and stuff like that. And the characters are so good. And sucker for a campfire. You know what this reminds me of is Shovel Knight.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
This one I thought was just such a simple, but such a great addition to that game, and it really made it feel like a journey.
Yeah.
You know, really just stopping and resting, and then, you know, it really separated the loneliness of being on missions as opposed to being in town hype, and and then you'd like in between things, it's like he's out on his own, and he's just, you know, doesn't have any friends to back him up. He's just going on this mission by himself, taking a pause by the campfire.
So good.
Wonderful Kenny Cook Thorns, thank you.
So great.
And now for
so great
photographs, Mike Hook. Hi, Brandon. Hi, Michael. I didn't have anything of interest this month for the community showcase, but then... Kittens.
Nice. Heck yeah.
Kittens! My sister-in-law found lost kittens with no mama. We took them home to the vet and then brought them home. We took them to the vet and then brought them home with us. Jen, my wife, and I are now parents of 2 ferocious felines. Both are boys. I'm posting this literally the night before you are reading or seeing this. My heart is full right now. I'm doing research and I asked the vets lots of questions. If you have any helpful advice, I would love to hear it. Here are some pics of my new babies.
Amazing.
Don't declaw them. That's messed up.
Yeah, don't declaw
That's like
them.
ripping their fingers off. But look out, because they're gonna mess your furniture up. So either get used to it. We have a piano in the house, and Amanda has a piano bench that when we remodeled the house, she like reupholstered, and she like picked out the fabric, and it's like reupholstered. It was really, really beautiful. I say was.
Yeah, I remember
because when I saw that, I was like, ooh, I'm like, you know, the cat's gonna mess that up. And she was like, I'll be really good with claw covers, because you can have
we had
glue,
the claw
you can
covers.
put claw covers on.
Yeah.
But if your cats are anything like the 2 cats that I have had with Amanda,
rip through it.
they take them right off.
Oh no, we had like this plastic sheeting that we would put up on like the corners of the couch. Yeah.
And Norbert's just great, because we'll be like eating dinner, and Norbert will be like over on the couch. We're like, Norbert, he's like...
I always forget you have a cat.
We're like, Norbert!
I always forget that, Jones.
Yep.
Lazy because Norbert's just
Should I
chilling.
just break him on you every now and then?
Yeah.
Like before the shoot, should I go outside and just bring the cat out?
Yeah.
Not a fan of being outside. It's very
we had indoor cats.
And I've always had outdoor cats, so that's a new one on me. And not an indoor cat like by choice. Like we're like, you're an indoor cat. He's just like, I'm good. We leave the door open. He'll just stay at the end. Like, what's going on out there? So yeah, and then we just got rattled through all of these just amazingly beautiful cat pics. Just look at these little buggers. Look at these little buggers. The fear.
Yeah, there's.
I love the black one's kind of getting cozy, but the other guy's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just more toys. And that's another thing you should know is you can get them all the toys you want, but yeah, nothing beats a box if you're a cat. Nothing in the world. If you ever get anything shipped to you, just open the box up, flip it over on its side, and push it towards the cat, and hours of enjoyment. Look at that little guy. And I love the fear in this one. Love it. Brad Grenz, a few months back I shared a photo with you of my cat Lucky. Well, my other cat Dwight finally saw the video in his YouTube feed and has been acting a bit jealous.
Jealousy.
So, to make things even, here is my battle cat Dwight. I love the cat hype. Dwight.
Oh.
What a sir. What an author. Like,
Dude.
He's about to write his memoirs.
This is not a cat. This is a lion.
Writing Rumble Seat with me as I played BattleTech. Incidentally, BattleTech is incredible. It managed to tear me away from finishing God of War for over 60 hours of playtime. BattleTech?
Good lord.
BattleTech? BattleTech? PC, maybe? Maybe something buried in the Switch store? I don't know, BattleTech. Even after completing the campaign, I keep going back to collect one of every mech in the game like it's Pokemon. BattleTech. Dude, Dwight. BattleTech. Lots going on in this post.
Yeah, BattleTech. It's a mech XCOM.
And it would not be a showcase if we didn't get images. We didn't get some photos from Mr. Tim Beshen. Love this.
Tea time.
Back in Vietnam, after my little coffee break in my classic Easy A shirt, I was walking down to a fairly small town just exploring. Then I saw a beautiful little soccer field with a bunch of Vietnamese kids sitting on it. I walked over and asked if they have a ball for me to kick around a little bit. They told me they don't have one. You need to buy those, and they don't have any money. So I bought them a ball.
Dude.
Played with them all day and had an amazing time.
Love and respect.
I played with them again the day after, before I was leaving for my next destination. It was a beautiful experience, which I will never forget. Soccer is the language of the world. Boom.
That is pure jolliness.
How awesome is Tim, man? And you've missed a lot of showcases.
God.
Tim went all around many Asian countries and took a picture like waterfalls and in the ocean and like in marketplaces.
So jolly.
Love that so much.
Dude.
I want to give Tim a camera and just Tim spreads the gospel of love and respect to the world. I love it.
Tim.
I love it.
So cool.
Thank you, Tim. Here was that Prototype J image that I sent. In case you're going to get a little jolt, you can watch it real time. Watch it, everybody. Watch the little jolt of hype happen in real time with Hebrew. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
So, I finally moved into my own place. Lots of moving people. A lot of people in houses and apartments and stuff. Nice. Me and my best friend decided to live together, and it's been a journey already. I dug all my stuff out of the attic before moving and found an old treasure I got whilst working at a video game store a few years ago, and I'll provide it here for your viewing pleasure.
That is...
Ever since I streamed Onimusha 1 and 2 a few months back, I decided I wanted to do more of it just for fun. Now that I moved out, I can basically make as much noise because it's a detached house. Nice! I've been streaming more and enjoying the process of improving the streams, E3 Hopes and Dreams, a new Bloody Roar game, and anything to do with Onimusha on a console. Good luck with E3 allies, and take care of yourselves. PJ, aka Prototype J.
That is a beautiful looking stand.
And I'm also hyped. I've been playing through Remastered, and thought I'd play a little bit last night, but nope. Premiere was like, nope.
Nope. Man, that's a good one.
Bam. Greetings, Jones and Huber. I don't have any art to show off to you guys this month as I've been busy with a project, but I do dabble in photography every now and then, and this is a photo I took back when I was still living in Florida. I was taking the photo, and when I went to look at it afterwards, little did I know that a heron just so happened to be in the shot. This is probably one of the best accidental photos I've ever taken. Change of subject. I'm excited for E3 this year. I hope Rocksteady is finally lifting the veil and is showing off what they've been working on since completing Arkham Knight. Thoughts?
Leaks. See those leaks?
No!
Rumors.
Oh, well, yeah, I see
All
dumb
rumors.
rumors.
All rumors.
I think it's bullshit.
The
And-
title screen?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know who's hard out on that is Greg Miller.
Perfect.
A lot of people have been saying that to Greg.
Yeah.
It was Superman. It was like a Man of Steel game, basically.
Yeah.
And they said that to Greg. Greg's like, not for a second.
No.
No. So,
Excellent.
I would be excited about that, but we'll see. All right. Oh, dear. Okay, I might have to dig for that one. Tim Strothman, when I was young, I never had a home console. Of course, I had friends who owned the SNES or Dreamcast, but my parents were strictly against video game presents for Christmas or birthdays.
Dang.
However, my mom owned a small business and we had pretty decent PC in the 90s. Consequently, almost all of my childhood gaming memories are exclusively about computer games. I even bought a magazine for a couple of years which covered solely PC games. However, most of the time I could only read about the most exciting games because my parents were against games that seemed unsuitable for kids. Somebody's there. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Special guest, Ian Hay.
Hi.
Ian Hay.
Look how good Community Showcase looks now, Ian. Yeah.
I know, it looks so good.
Hi.
That. For example, I never played Baldur's Gate, Doom, Dark Forces, or System Shock. I've never played System Shock. I've seen it. I know what it looks like, and I've like, someone played through it when we did Top 10 Scariest Games.
Yeah.
Way back in the day.
One is rough.
And
Two
so I
is-
watched like an hour and a half of it, and I really dug it. My most intense memories start roughly in the year 2000 when I bought my own gaming PC. Thus, I am super nostalgic when it comes to games like Half-Life, Deus Ex, and Black and White. Every once in a while, I get the urge to play the games I missed, and certainly GOG and Steam deals help a lot in acquiring a digital copy. However, those games are buried deep in my backlog under more recent ones and games that I want to replay. On top of that, I strongly believe that most PC games of the 90s have not aged as well as SNES ones. I tried playing Dark Forces a few years back. It was a pain to get the game running. The shooting itself felt terrible, and I quit after the second level because I somehow could not progress. That being said, I was finally able to cross off a game from that list in May, System Shock 2. I admit that I cheated a bit because 1, I installed as many graphics mods as possible to enhance the visuals to make textures more readable, and 2, I had to consult a walkthrough at some points, especially in the beginning when you have to decide which class skills to pick. In fact, it was a weird experience to start a game that certainly expects you to read the manual before playing, since character stats are stilly. stilly, are only vaguely explained. Skills, I think, that's what
Yeah.
that might be. But all things considered, it was an absolutely mesmerizing experience to play something that inspired so many different games in the last 20 years. The atmosphere of the spaceship and different enemy types were surely an inspiration for Dead Space. Most of the core mechanics, available skills and stats, hacking, weapon degradation, and so on, can be found in Deus Ex, its successors, and other immersive sims. And Shodan, the antagonistic rogue AI, has certainly some aspects that were also used for GLaDOS. Right now, I am thinking I should play those old games more often, but if I'm being honest to myself, I probably won't do it for another year. Well, hopefully you update us.
Glad you
Don't know why
played
I
through
put
that.
Throwing a lot of things in the image section that do not have corresponding images.
One of the greats. System Shock 2. Have you played System Shock?
I haven't.
You'd like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've watched trailers.
What do you think? What do you think of that image right there?
It's Resident Evil.
Greetings, Jones and Huber. And Ian. So I played God of War. Camera during rage mode really annoyed me when there were multiple enemies, since it had that stupid auto lock on. When I attacked and didn't go for one I had locked on previously, and camera being in a bad angle. Other than that, some other minor issues, it was fun. Pretty good game overall. Played Invisible Enemies mode in Resident Evil Remake. Not seeing but knowing where they were was insanely intense!
Yeah.
Died once for using a Magnum in the worst situation for it. You probably know what it was. Got this after beating the game. Been busy for a whole month, but my vacation starts on Saturday morning, Friday night there, so I will be ready for all your E3 coverage and more. E3 hype is on! Valkyria Chronicles 4, Devil May Cry 5, and many more. Seeing Square Enix doing pre-recorded one this time shows that they have learned from last time that they were there, that no one wants one that feels like a business meeting. Sadly, same can't be said about EA, that seems to still hang on to a tradition of being a snore fest after seeing that Battlefield 5 event and their E3 being 2 hours long. Expect lots of filler. Huber, can you ask Square Enix to release Final Fantasy VIII also on PS4 since 7 and 9 got that treatment?
Yeah,
Good point.
yeah.
And would be wrong to leave out 8.
Yeah.
It's my favorite one, and I love it going for the bold direction it did back in the day. I'm glad to see Damiani go out of his comfort zone and do Fiasconauts. Great work all around, but shout out to Brad, whose character and voice was a 10 out of 10. He does that guy a lot, though. This is definitely a fallback for Brad Ellis. Do
But it's
his
good.
nerd voice, but it worked. Definitely, the character he picked was way more original, I think, than the voice. He had a
the
wacky
toucan man?
character. Love and respect. Chum Nguyen. P.S. Jones, I forgot to ask, but how were the chocolates? Good? Weird? Not a huge chocolate fan, but I always try out the chocolates.
Wait,
Probably
you don't
weird.
Like chocolate?
I'm just not a huge chocolate fan.
I love chocolate.
More for
I
us.
love chocolate.
Yeah,
More for us.
But
More
I'm still,
for
well,
us.
yeah,
Keep
see,
sending
that's
the chocolate.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. When you have candy in front of you, when you have 3 boxes of candy over there, you know, you gotta.
Go with chocolate.
I like the fruity stuff. I'm a fruity boy.
Uh-huh.
I like the I like the chewy gobstoppers and of course the skits.
And the gummy
Love
worms.
those skits. And did I put James Vest in here just because I'm tripping out? Or, yeah, I guess I did. Wait, no, James.
James Vest.
James Vest. Yeah, I guess I did. Tripping.
James
Oh, there's also
Vest.
There's also. Yeah,
Huh?
I got the platinum.
Splatinum.
Nice.
Platinum Splatinum.
Heck.
G'day, Jones and Huber. Thank you for all the great work that you have done this month. I've beaten more games in the past than the rest of the year, mostly because I'm a teacher and it is summer. Nice. At the end of the year, my students did a project where they drew around 300 different anime and video game characters on my whiteboard in my room. It was one of the most amazing things I have ever seen. As far as games go, things have been great. I've been able to play some BlazBlue Cross Battle, and it reminds me how much I love the cast of Persona 4 and why I actually prefer that game a tiny bit over Persona 5. So yeah, no image there. I'm just was tripping last night. I was tired. 3:30 in the morning, copying all that stuff. Yeah.
Persona 4 hype.
Gigantic.
Love Persona 4.
Love this. Oh, and you're right. Just in time for this, Ian. You're gonna love this.
Yeah. What's this?
Hello, Brandon and Huber. Congratulations. Last year at E3, something amazing happened. Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah.
In anticipation and hope of seeing more this year, I recently started working on a Metroid Prime inspired map in Far Cry 5. And holy bleep, did I bite off more than I could chew. I started simple, and then I wanted 3 distinct areas with multiple connections to each region. Then I wanted each area to have several secrets to find. Then Dark Souls Remastered came out. Then I needed to catch up on Discord's Pokemon Book Club. Gah! Anyway, to preserve my own sanity, I'm dividing one gigantic map into 3, with my planned finish date for map 1 to be this year? You'll be able to find my maps under the name The Mister. Themztr, pronounced the Mizter. No connection to the wrestler. The Mizter?
It's Miz.
The Mizter.
Miz.
Yeah, the Mizter.
Yeah, the Miz is a wrestler.
Oh, the Miz.
Please
okay.
tell me you're doing it on PC so I can play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's
That we
really
can't-
weird that you can't. It's dumb.
It's been a lot of fun exercising my creativity, and I already have several plans for other projects, which might involve levels from a classic Nintendo 64 shooter, wink wink. I recommend you look them up. People are on it. Like, I had that idea.
Facility.
I finished Raccoon City, and I was like, maybe I'll do facility. Well, let me look it up. And there were like 8 of them. I'm like, okay. So, like,
Has anyone done Silent Hill 2?
I don't know. Yeah.
Straight up just
You
do
can totally do Silent Hill 2.
I was going to do it, and then I was like, nah.
Here's a few pictures of some what I put together so far, though there are some hidden passages I'm not showing, and I haven't gotten any of the fine detail in just yet. But love it.
Dude.
Love it. I love how specific these are. You know, because like if you are like a big Metroid Prime fan and you're like, oh, I know what that is. You know, it's like to me, it's just like, and more mountains, and more caverns, and more mountains.
I need to replay all the primes.
Yeah, it's been
I need to play Prime
since
period.
they came out.
Man, oh, dude, you know what would be a great release for this E3? Like
Switch.
A Switch version of all
Oh
the
my
Prime
gosh,
trilogy.
yeah. That would be amazing.
That'd be so good.
Yeah, lots of these. Again, if you want to get a good look at all of these, they are available in the post. But I love the last one. Thank you for posting this. Love that.
Very cool.
Awesome.
If you ever want to show off a map, it's always nice to see the aerial view just so you can take it all in and see, like, yeah, that's a lot of work. Dealing with burrowing stuff out. And, like, yeah. That's what happens with those map editors, man. You get in and you're screwed. Oh, I don't have an extra here. I can set that up.
Oh,
I gotta do it for. Oh, I gotta do it for Kyle now too.
Whoa.
No, I'm just coming in.
Do you want headphones? Do you want to hear?
It's coming in hot.
Do you want headphones?
Kyle, join us!
No, I got prep to do.
Coming
Kyle,
in hot.
you don't have to
I cannot watch.
prep. I'm not even thinking about it.
I got a lot of stuff to make. Produce.
I gotta think up some
Production.
stuff too.
Production value.
Large scale production.
Large scale production.
Welcome to large scale production.
Hi,
You're gonna need a hard hat.
Jim. Welcome back to Large Scale Production.
We have blown up a dump truck in every single one of our productions, and we're not going to stop today.
Jones, what happened to that tiny little broom?
Tiny little broom.
Tiny broom hut.
It used to be over here.
Tiny broom hat.
Tiny broom hat.
God.
Tiny broom hat.
Oh my
everybody
god.
knows,
say
so you can
hi,
see.
Kyle.
Tiny broom, everybody.
Come say Kyle.
There's Kyle's here. There he is.
Let's go tiny broom. Kyle with a tiny broom.
Gonna sweep off that picnic table.
The hashtagonist. Hey, allies, I wrote an E3 song and had it performed by Rhythm Bastard from
What?
Twitter. At Rhythm Bastard. Oh, yeah. Get ready.
Oh, I've heard this actually.
One, two, three, four, five. Everybody in the car to LA get hype with the new releases
Gonna
and
get
some
muted.
remakes. The ponies want a PlayStation 5, but that'd be a mistake. Show off some tech that's lead. 18 teraflops, got Xbox speed. You got Spider-Man, Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima. We're doing a deep dive as if the reader Skeeter. What can I do? I ask you, leave my lord. To me, I'm hoping for Forza Motorsport. Anything's fine, it's all good. Hide those keynotes, cause nothing can trump them. A little bit of Capcom in my life. A little bit of Xbox by my side. A little bit Nintendo's all I need. A little bit of Sony is what I see. A little bit of Fortnite in the sun. A little bit of Spider-Man all night long. A little bit of DLC, here I am. The Last of Us makes me your man.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad Kyle's not hearing this.
Walk up and down and hustle all around. Shake your head at the normies, you can't see the ground. There's a green to the left, a green to the right. One to the front and one to the side.
Mambo number 5 is
Walk around
basically
and
about
you
not
think
being
of you straight.
platforming
Your
specific.
appointment is now when you're gonna be a little bit of Capcom in my life. A little bit of Xbox by
It's true.
my side.
It's true.
A little bit Nintendo.
It really hits home.
A little bit of Sony is what I see. A little bit of Fortnite in the sun. A little bit of Spider-Man all night long. A little bit of DLC, here I am. The Last of Us makes me your man.
Is that a man or your man?
This is what Blood listens to when scheduling appointments.
It's on loop forever.
Just dead serious.
Yeah. No smiles.
Oh yeah, 3 o'clock.
A little bit of Capcom in my life. A little bit of Xbox by my side. A little bit Nintendo's all I need. A little bit of Sony.
I'm gonna need one of these for every year.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little bit of Spider-Man all night long.
This song is 20 minutes long, so buckle up.
Yeah.
It goes on for a while.
Get ready.
Makes me your man. You might think it's lame, but I'm checking out all of these games. I've got all the news you need, cause almost every second on my Twitter
Bloodshot's
feed.
in to say we're at 82 appointments now. Oh yeah, we should play this in a pre-song.
I wish it really was 20 minutes.
Yeah.
All right now.
So good.
So props
So
to Rhythm
good.
Bastard, who I doubt is joining us for the live stream, but hats off to
So
Hashtag. Oh, there
good.
he is. It's not 20 minutes long. Okay. Well done, Hashtag.
Hashtag it is.
I look forward to your album. Michelle Jackson, hello allies. This is my game development update for April-May. You'll dig this.
Yeah, I dig it.
Make sure to turn the video quality up to its highest setting, and please excuse the typo in the title as well as the dullness of my voice. I was very tired while making and uploading this video. I work 9 to 6 every day, so I likely won't be able to tune into the live stream, but I'm sure it will be fun to watch after the fact. Send my congratulations to Huber.
Thank you.
This is another headphone situation, eh?
Hello everybody, this is Michelle. In March I made a post about how I had started making a game and I wanted to give an update in April, but I missed the deadline. So here is April and May's update together. This is actually a piece of concept art for an area in the game, but I have more to show, so let's move on. As I mentioned previously, I'm using RPG Maker MV, and these are all the plugins I've been testing out. I've just been trying to figure out what I can use from other people and what I have to make myself. So my first mission was to teach myself JavaScript, which I did in April. And this
So
is the first
hardcore.
plugin that I've made. It adds a city building system into the game. The city building part is functional. The displaying your score part is not yet functional, but I'll get there. Next, I'm going to talk a little bit about character concept art. I always start with design notes where I keep track of general information like their skin tone and hair texture and color and things like what cuts of different garments look good on them, what
Wow,
their
I like the
least
preferred
and
colors,
most
that's awesome.
favorite textiles are, favorite colors, whatever design considerations I need to make based on their lifestyle and body type.
Playful
After the
Academia,
design notes are
Bohemian
done, I get to
Vampire.
work making the costumes for each character. This character is really easy to design for, but with characters who have a sense of style that really differs from my own, it's a bit more difficult since I have a hard time drawing clothes that I think are ugly. This particular piece has been giving me a lot of technical issues, so I've been at it for like over 70 hours.
Dang.
There are a lot of different areas in the game, and it was really important to me that they each have their own distinct cultural identity.
Those are beautiful.
So I've been making concept art of the regional attire for each area. This is an older piece of concept art for one of the first areas in the game. I've also been trying to get into the details of my designs, and I've been doing these little explorations on things like family resemblance. So that's gonna round out my update. I wish I had more to show, but I've been super busy between school and work. I haven't been doing much in terms of playing games either, outside of playing Splatoon 2. My goals for next month are to work on the social system and the battle system. And lastly, I finally got together everything for my E3 trip. I'm so excited to be going back because I had an amazing time last year. I also got my ticket to Camp Fangamer 2018. I'm overjoyed to be going back. The first one was just one of the best weekends of my life. I can't recommend it enough if you're a fan of the Mother series, but that's all from me. Love and respect, everybody.
Oh, respect.
Madness.
For a split second, when it cut to Splatoon 2, like, a split second, my brain was like, whoa, I was like, how did you do that in RPG Maker MV?
It's a
Holy
shooter.
crap! I was like, what? It's not possible.
Joseph Caruso, gentlemen, thank you so much for taking the time to film this community showcase before filming my undisputed favorite annual event, E3 Betting Specials. I honestly love watching that more than Christmas, MagFest, or my brief vacation at the beach. You're better than the beach, Huber. Now,
It's not me, man.
on to my submission.
Ian.
Last month, I submitted a snippet of a
Rainy
work
day
in
Ian.
progress for my Bosman v. Wozniak tribute, and the laughter coming from the couch and chat was encouraging feedback. The video has been completed, and here it is, beginning almost exactly where the work in progress video left off. Once again, it'll be awkward to jump right into the middle of the video, but the beginning and end features non-video game music, so I'm ignoring those sections to ensure that it doesn't get muted by Twitch. Sorry for submitting practically the same thing twice, but it was just too perfect that the 3-minute video constraint will cut off the tribute right as the Jurassic Park video game music ends. I hope you enjoy and decide to watch the whole thing later at some point. So the entire thing, I edited this out so it was just this part of the video. It actually starts very abruptly. So the first thing, it's going to be me in the Q&A like talking really loud. So apologies when it starts. But if you want to watch the whole thing, again, patreon.com/easyallies. Candy Coated Thorns has been lovely to post the link amongst other people. And yeah, enough, Brad, enough. Brad's also here. His attitude, man. Not only attitude while we're live, it's bad vibes. I got a piece of art that you would love. Actually, I'm curious to get Brad's reaction to that before we wrap up.
The wrestling generation.
Attitude Era.
Attitude Era. That's what they're called.
But yeah, if you when you click on the link that Joseph Caruso left in the comments, it links to the entire video so you can watch the whole thing. But we will pick this up right here.
All the allies are sitting on one side of the line, and the other side is Kyle.
Gotta keep it tight, Dave, bossy.
We need to hit 400k. We need to break that barrier.
You got it.
Oh, I couldn't get it over there. I feel like I'm disappointed in Kyle a lot because I see the potential and you just waste it. Kyle, you're my friend, but sometimes I legit hate you. Anyone else? Ah, Mr. Damiani, longtime friend of Kyle Bossman.
It's just so sad. He stayed up. He was so delirious. I do believe Kyle Bossman was temporarily insane at the time.
Damiani, why do you do this to me? Damiani.
The hazards of playing Tetris.
I get the itchiest nose in the world. Half of my attention is going to not itching my nose. When my neighbors are singing, that is the ultimate distraction.
You know better. It's too loud.
Sounds like the neighbors have a crying baby. It just sounds like this is my reality.
That's the reality we live in now, Kyle. Bad things are just what happened.
I got a spider on my face. Am I terrified by the screens that they've installed in my earlobes? Yes!
Kylie, we watched a video about you. Yeah.
Jet doesn't like it when you win, and they don't like it when you lose.
And I know
this
those
from
internet
Quest?
gremlins can hear this entire
This is
conversation.
Joseph Caruso.
I bet they're laughing.
Yeah.
Can anyone confirm whether or not Kyle is a real human being? I have a genuine personality that people are attracted to. That is why I've created this suit. This human suit should allow me to infiltrate the base and learn what it is like to be a human. Once I've assimilated, I will kill them from the inside.
Is this like a bit? Everything I do is a bit.
Let's play some Tetris.
Hey, don't get nervous yet. Don't get nervous yet. We got. Oh no, get nervous. Oh, that sucked. That was what we call a slip of the finger. Right? T-spin? Here's an advanced technique. Look at this. Here we go.
Good T-spin, Kyle.
There it is. That's a T-spin. Waz, what's up?
Yeah.
War ready.
Joey's gonna show up any second now. There he is. Joey. That's why we like Joey. Joey's so much more reliable than Lines. Lines never come. Ooh, very nice. I like that. Just when the line comes right when you're ready, the most beautiful thing in the world. What if Tetris was that nice all the time? No one would play it. Oh, that was a tight squeeze. Ooh, it's all coming back to me now, Celine Dion. Yes.
Celine Dion.
Oh no, that's the end of the run. Dang. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Oh, come on. I'm never gonna do it, am I? I'm never gonna do it. I'm never gonna do it.
When you did it, was it off cam?
Yeah.
So great.
Y'all gotta keep watching. You think that's the end of the video?
It's not the end of the video, it's the end of
We're only
the
watching
3
a
minutes.
snippet.
3 minute cap.
Because the
3 minute
rest
cap.
had licensed.
We're not watching all of your video.
Okay.
16 minutes, man.
Who are you?
16 minutes of Kyle Bossman.
I'm
I
saying
don't know.
it gets good.
It was already good.
All right. Kyle, Tetris Effect, trailer score. We're not covering it after E3. It's not going to be... There's no way Tetris Effect is going to be one of the 3 trailers we do on Trailer Gems.
Real quick, have you heard of the Tetris Effect before seeing that trailer?
Yes.
So to me, it's kind of just like they're kind of overselling this.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They're like making it sound deeper than it really is, and so I don't think it has the same effect on me. I don't think it's that good of a trailer, but it sells the game very well. I'll give it a 8.4.
I was 8.2.
Nice.
Yeah.
Notice it does not end with pre-order now.
Trailer scores on the 100-point scale?
Yeah, we're back.
Oh, God.
Too long. It's like 2.5 minutes, man.
Yeah.
Inconsistency.
I also can't really tell like what most of the visuals were suggesting.
Stars.
Yeah.
I need to invent some kind of asinine
But still, it got people talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, it sold the game as something unique. And
Smart time to release it.
200-point scale.
Yeah.
Dominic Barlow.
3.5.
What are you doing?
I'm trying. There's a kink in it, and I'm trying to fix it.
Live kink fixing?
Live kink fixing.
Getting out the kinks. Well, I'm going to play this clip. You're going to miss it.
No, I've made it much worse. I've made it so much worse.
Dominic Barlow. Have a good E3, everybody.
Wait.
This is relaxed. We can just kind of kick back for this one. This is gonna be nice.
Delson Rowe.
Just imagine you in a retirement home. Barry Burton! Who's Barry Burton?
Is that his son?
I don't know. I tried to contact them. I've asked his family. They don't know who Barry Burton is. He just keeps shouting it.
Yo, fetch though, for real.
For some reason, I'm getting like mid-season Cowboy Bebop vibes.
So rad.
Dude, this is chill. You're right. Filters? I didn't know there were filters.
Campfires, baby. It's I'm a sucker.
It's a big campfire.
Sick.
Thought we'd maybe get some God of War. When I first started this, I was like, God of War?
Fantasy, yeah.
And Origins.
That was Dominic from Australia.
Dominic.
All right. 2 more posts. And then we're donezo. Alex McMillan. Hey there, Brandon and Huber. I recently reached the end of 4 months of nonstop work on my Mario Kart dissertation, which you'll hopefully be getting some findings about soon. One of the few things that got me through all that writing was setting myself the goal of sending in a video for the community showcase before E3. So while I may be cutting it close, I have been able to get it done in time. My submission is a pilot for a series called Dead Consoles Society, which I'll hopefully be submitting more of in the future. In each episode, I look at the history of some failed console or handheld in a mostly informative fashion. This is essentially a test run. I've decided to start with a more well-known failed console, and my apologies for any quirks with the audio or video. I'm still learning the editing software and how to properly use the recording equipment. So are we. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. White balance, baby.
I gotta tell you about some Premiere woes I was having last night. That was a lot of fun. Premiere likes to just, you remember the audio file thing? Now it's just doing it on the whim.
Wait, are you
like Premiere will crash and then I'll reboot Premiere and it's like, these are audio files. I'm like, they were video files.
Are you on 12.1.1?
The latest update, yeah.
God, this update is trash. God.
It's a bad update.
It's a bad update.
Hopefully this will look slightly better in the future, but I'll be damned if I wasn't getting this first one done before E3. Well done, Alex McMillan. Really hope you enjoy it. Love and respect, Alex McMillan from Northern Ireland.
Sick.
Hello allies, my name is Alex and this is Dead Console Society, a series of video lectures looking at those gaming machines that tried and failed. Today we are going to be easing ourselves in with a look at the Kickstarter darling that is the Ouya. Pronounced ooh as in, ooh that's quite a tiny console, and yeah as in, yeah I agree. The Ouya was first introduced to the world on July 3rd of 2012 and began its crowdfunding campaign a week later. Looking for desired $950,000, over 63,000 people, myself included, saw to it that the Ouya made over $8.5 million, almost enough to buy Judge Judy's Manhattan apartment, which the Daily Mail described as tasteful. For the low, lowish price of $99, you got a small metal cube filled with circuitry, a tiny fan on the underside to allow the console to hover under the correct conditions, and this slightly blocky controller. A quick inspection of the face buttons shows us the letters O, U, Y, and A, which is handy in case you forget the name of the thing you bought. But if that's not enough of a reminder, don't worry, they wrote it on the side too. The Ouya controller had a touchpad built into it, which the team claimed was Sony's inspiration for the touchpad on the DualShock 4. They may well be right, as it proved to be equally useless on both controllers. Alarmingly, the batteries are stored one apiece in either limb of the controller, making it sort of feel like you're trying to reanimate a skeleton anytime you need to put some new AA in it. But of course, what really matters is the games. What did the Ouya play? Well, to start, it did not play Doom, and fascinatingly, it doesn't play Minecraft either, despite using Minecraft footage in their Kickstarter campaign. Cheeky. What does play are such classics as The Amazing Frog, Hidden in Plain Sight, and Bomb Squad. As it happens, the Ouya has a decent catalogue of party games. It also has an official port of Final Fantasy III, which literally nobody has ever played. And as of yet, it's still unconfirmed if Square Enix is going to be releasing Final Fantasy VII Remake for the device, so fingers crossed. If you were looking to buy an Ouya in today's economic climate, the going rate is currently about $50, with an abundance to be found on eBay, Amazon Marketplace, and Porn Stars on the History Channel. The Ouya was discontinued on July 27th, 2015, just a little over 2 years after its initial release. The company was bought out by Razer Inc. and they still support the Ouya's software, but given their love for devices which are slightly more cutting edge than the Ouya, it's unlikely we'll be seeing a Touya anytime soon. Thanks very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you again. Bye.
Yeah,
that's great. So good at fonts and drawing.
Love it. I love how everything timed out really well. I love how you did the VO and then timed it later, so like we didn't have to wait for any drawings to finish or stuff. But, like, I really dug that. Thought that was cool.
Like that a lot.
Yeah.
And I believe they were nervous in chat because they said, "Wait a minute, I submitted a song and we got it." From Kevin Gillette. Hello, Brandon and Huber. Hello, allies. By the way, since you want to be corrected on these matters, don't pronounce the T at the end of my name. I got it. Kevin Gillette. Kevin Gillette. Kevin Gillette. Or Gillette, because he says it's not a soft G.
Gillette?
Like Charles Is it Martinet?
Martinet.
I always said Martinet. I didn't know it was Martinet.
I think it's Martinet.
Like Charles Martinet. First of all, I'd like to thank Huber in person for being the inspiration for the Tabletop Escapades battle theme I submitted to the showcase last month. You heard that, right?
Oh, yeah.
The battle theme that you made?
Oh, yeah.
This month's piece of music comes to you thanks to Ian's Easy Update and Song Off group stream showcasing Korg Gadget for Nintendo Switch. Ian, if you're watching, I finally bought it. How about that?
Yeah,
How about that creepiness right there?
I might have seen this on Twitter, actually. Somebody tweeted.
You can check it out on my YouTube if you wish, but since this month's showcase takes place a little later than I expected, I had time to finish a proper song. And on the beginning of this Pride Month, what would be more appropriate than for me to present to you my very own Rainbow Road?
Sick.
If I may give a shout out to 8-Bit Music Theory, his video on the evolution of Rainbow Road music inspired me to write my own. If you're feeling generous, there's another patron for you to support. So generous. Anyway, hope you enjoy. I spent the last 2 weeks rewatching our E3 coverage from 2016 and 17 in preparation. My French body is ready to switch to LA time E3 hype. Love you all, Kevin Gillet.
It was Ron's Pie's the one that I saw. That was good. People are so legit.
This is going to take us right into E3. We're just going to ride this road right into the EA press conference. We're going to see EA play just coming up on the horizon. Just drifting. Green shell, green shell, green shell. I like this part a lot.
Awesome.
Yes.
1 day, 22 hours.
Oh,
Yeah. Mannheim Seymour action right there.
Yeah, dude. Space Mountain right there.
I believe, yeah, that's the loop, but like it's the end of the showcase, I just kind of want to keep on going. We'll go another round. You down?
Yeah.
So down.
Core Gadget's very good, Noah. It's really cool.
How do you like export?
You don't. You have to output it like an instrument into something that records it. So like through the 1/8 inch jack or HDMI, I guess. Yeah, like a capture card or pump it into Ableton or something. Real time. Yeah. You can just see him up there, like on stage. They're all like,
Yeah.
Like, and the camera like pans over to a different guy on an array of synths. The guy doing that run is like,
Yeah.
one-handed.
Totally pointing to the crowd.
Yeah. Someone has a keytar and they're just like, what's up, Brian? Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Loved it.
Yes. Yes.
Fantastic.
And finally, our credits, meaning people who tried but did not get apparently did not get their submission in. Hey Pseudowudo, hey Brandon and Huber, Pseudowudo here. Last month I submitted the panel from the 2017 that some of the allies did, the Hopes and Dreams for Final Fantasy VII Remake. And following Brandon's advice, I've decided to upload it to YouTube for everyone to enjoy. This time, instead of submitting the same video, I'll submit a trailer for the panel to hype everyone up on the Final Fantasy VII Remake, along with a YouTube link to the panel itself. The trailer said TBD and remained TBD last night when I went to get links, so either that did not update on Patreon or was not updated by Hey Pseudowudo. So we await the trailer for that panel. Rick Argomana's working on something great and leaving space here to hope it gets finished in time. If not, hi Huber and Jones. Looking forward to that. John Koenig just posted Post Protection. Henry Emerson posted Placeholder Post. And Cisco Ace Jackson Garcia, who I do not believe this is just the first time he did, just said, hold. So we await... Holds it! We await what those posts could possibly be. But, and we gotta get, squeeze everybody, we gotta get Brad on this couch. Just so he can appreciate.
Good to have a hit, Brad.
So he can appreciate this.
Brad,
Just so he can appreciate this in real time.
You're gonna love
this
it.
is pretty great. You can appreciate
I'll
that.
just hold it back, dude.
Alright.
That Mac Shotgun Axe right there. Oh, jeez. Is that the one from S.H.I.E.L.D.? Yeah. Here you go, Brad. Get ready. And Ian.
Oh.
Whoa, dude.
Terrifying.
Yes.
We're all dead.
Yes.
Yeah,
Ian
everyone
lives.
has 0 hit points.
Ian lives.
Oh my
canon.
god. That's so
One more to go until game over, boys.
And Brad, I've already selected this as the thumbnail for this month's community showcase because we're going to start doing that for the art. But yeah.
Yes. As it should be. That's right. Hell yeah.
You're going down, chump.
So, not to inspire him before this betting special begins, but yeah, we got to shoot some stuff, and I don't know how much streaming we're going to be doing before Saturday, but if you're not going to be joining us on Twitch, 10 a.m. Pacific time, Saturday morning, pre-show before the EA press conference, kicking off the E3 coverage from Easy Allies for E3 2018. We've talked about it a lot. We've hyped it up a lot. We got Brad, Kyle, and Ian hype on this showcase. It's been a busy one. I hope you've all enjoyed it. We got to produce some more stuff, so we got to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching it live. If you haven't, thank you so much for watching it. Go to patreon.com/easyodds if you want to be a part of it. $10 and above patrons can leave a comment, a piece of music, a photograph, a piece of art, a video, whatever you can dream up. If you can dream it, we can post it, hopefully, if you have the rights to it. And thank you, Michael Huber, for joining.
Thank you. Thank you, allies, for all that good stuff.
And yeah, there'll be a different person in this chair. Maybe some other people will show up, but it's always me and another ally. And I'll let you know who it is before you can post. So, it seems like there's so many quotes where I'm just like, another game Huber loves, another game Huber loves. Just always seems to be the way it is. I love doing these. We had a lot of fun. Thanks, everybody. Take care.